It's time for Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. I'm your host, Corva May.
And I'm Spoos, also your host.
Tonight, leveraging Dandori. We're making the most out of our time with a rush of Pikmin and business-related trivia, and a Pikmin race to go alongside it. Our contestants for tonight's showdown, Cap and Ghostly. I'm sure everyone knows the rules, but just to be safe, this is Think Fast, the speedrunning game show. Our contestants will race for the best time in Pikmin 4 Cure Ochi, but with a catch. Spoos and I can interrupt whenever we feel like to ask a trivia question. And if a runner's answer is right, we'll take some seconds off their final time. Seconds. There's no penalty for guessing wrong, but focus too hard on answering the question, and your run might suffer. For all you lovely folks watching, feel free to play along and chat. How are both of you feeling going into tonight's race?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited to, be very efficient and show maximum Dandori. How about you, Ghostly?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty confident. I won't have any distractions, so I'll try to keep it up.
Excellent.
If you're both ready and prepared, then without further delay, it's time to think Dandori in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm excited to see just how I feel how much of this run is in fact just really good Dandori.
A good chunk of it. There's a couple of small skips to skip some bridge building and stuff, but there aren't any really major sequence breaks in this run so far. A lot of it is just figure out what is the best way of getting from point A to point B and executing it. So, in general, a lot of Pikmin speedruns actually aren't really glitch heavy with the exception of Pikmin 3. So, I feel like it's a cool thing about the series. A lot about the core concepts of when you're playing it casually are be efficient with your time and your Pikmin, and the speedrun is kind of the apex of that idea, I think.
I always like when a run where it's play the game largely the way you would normally, but really fast.
Yeah, I think this is a lot like it. This section is just this Olimar type tutorial section where we're trying to collect Pikmin and beat a boss to advance to the tutorial section.
And I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen to Olimar during this.
Oh, nothing, no. The good news is, I guess, thankfully, is that they let us skip a good chunk of the cutscenes here. But now we have to cycle through these items first.
Yeah, did the older Pikmin games let you skip cutscenes?
So it's very interesting where, so there's several versions now of the original Pikmin games, mainly 1 and 2. So there's the original versions which are on the Nintendo GameCube, right? And then there's the new Play Control versions, which are the motion control versions for the Wii and the Wii Virtual Console. And now there's now there's the Switch version. So there's actually 3 ways of playing those
Newer
games.
Play Control.
Yeah. There's a little bit of character customization here, as you can see, and a lot of the time, of course, it's fast to just menu through all of it, but in these longer runs, I like taking, a half second to just change my suit color, because I have a suit color that I preference.
I fully respect that. I will always lose time in games just to be but I could look slightly better doing it. Yeah. Menuing down to this character loses 4 inputs, but I'm going to look sweet doing it.
Yeah, I feel like, especially on the shorter categories, we've kind of already optimized out doing that, but I think in the longer Pikmin 4 categories, we're still definitely in the stage where I think even top runners are down to lose 5 seconds in a 2 to 4 hour run. So I think we're all having fun still. And there's obviously a lot to explore. As anyone who's played Pikmin 4 knows, there's a lot of content in this game. And so it's really interesting to speedrun because there's a lot of different opportunities to route stuff. So, that's just been a really exciting part about helping develop this run.
Well, while you're getting access to all your suit systems like that, would you all care to start our first trivia question, as this is ostensibly a trivia show?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Do you all want to start with a Pikmin one?
Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
You're the host.
We'll just
All right.
make it easy.
What was the first Pikmin game to depict an onion in space?
Pikmin 1.
Incorrect.
I would say Pikmin 3.
That's right. 10 seconds for Ghostly.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Sorry, Gab.
I definitely remember an onion being in space, but I guess like the onions don't really follow you when you leave, right?
Okay, well, it depends on how. I have to review the cutscenes because it also depends on exactly
What is an
the
onion?
parameters. Because in Pikmin 1, in the good ending of Pikmin 1, where you get, or the best ending, where you get all of the parts in Pikmin 1, there's like an ending cutscene where Olimar, like, is flying through space and says goodbye to the onions. But, like, are the onions really in space? Is it symbolic? I feel like it could be. Yeah, I feel like it's...
Yeah.
I think in terms of gameplay cutscenes, I can understand why Pikmin 3 is the answer. That makes sense to me.
Look, we can't already be wrong on our questions. Usually we start. Usually that happens later.
I think
Here's the first question, Gab.
by the definition of the question, there are onions in space in 1. So
Onions in space, Pikmin 1.
I mean, to be fair, in Pikmin 3,
I'm totally happy to give,
onions.
to give Ghostly.
Oh, they are kind of in space.
they definitely are.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What the heck?
It makes me feel better. I've obsessed over basically this entire game series for like 7 years, like with like 10,000 hours each game. It's okay. I'm just a weirdo.
The Pikmin wiki lied to me.
Yeah, oh no, you can't. If you did the fandom site, you can't trust it. It's all garbage.
No. Not that one.
Oh,
I know better than
That's a
that.
good one.
Wikipedia lied.
Wikipedia lied to me. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, I know all the Wikipedia mods. We're very close, so I'll go have a talking to them.
I mean, unless I like,
Pikmin 3,
there have been times where I claim something and then it turns out that I don't know where I got this information.
Is that like, it's kind of like a movie? I don't know. Like it's like in game. I don't know. I see. It would just really depend on how they. I would have to get into an argument with the Wikipedia people on how like they define like a cutscene or like in game. I feel like this is what it is. I feel like it's a fair cutscene.
Yeah, maybe it's saying in non-cutscenes.
Yeah,
I misunderstood.
Of course.
But also, I can't find where I read this. So
Yeah, I'm looking at Wikipedia or PikminWiki.com. I don't know if there's a third wiki. No, this is Wikipedia.
maybe I got this one from TV Tropes.
It doesn't mention that they're in the good ending, but they obviously are. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mention. Yeah, no, it's. Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry. That was me misreading. Capable of leaving orbit.
Oh,
That's the first time they left orbit.
Oh,
That's my bad.
That's tricky, to be fair. That's no one can blame you for that one. That's tricky for sure.
Oh man! All right, we got to move on. I don't want to dwell on.
All right.
that.
No,
Strong
no.
first question.
Time marches forward, and so must we.
The storyboards for the animated Pikmin short movies series were created using what application?
Oh gosh. Adobe Photoshop.
Not Photoshop.
No,
Is
it's
it
the other
like-
Adobe. God. Ugh.
It is not an Adobe product.
No.
Is it like they use clay lamination or something?
No, it was made using an application on some sort of device.
Oh God, was it iMovie?
Not iMovie.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to even think about like video applications. See, I don't do this stuff.
So
So
these
I'm
are the
just trying to-
storyboards. So it's just the drawings.
Oh,
that they
just
would
the
use to,
drawings. Okay. MS Paint.
Nope.
Adobe Illustrator. No, you already said not an Adobe product. I don't know why I did that. Shoot.
It's a program you've probably used before.
I would believe it. PowerPoint.
Nope.
Is it? Dude, I forgot what is this method called.
What's the? Hold on. Is it Picto Chat?
You're
No.
close.
Oh no! I hate that I'm close. That made it so much worse. Oh gosh. What's Oh man. Okay, it's not PictoChat. Is there a thing about PictoChat? Hold on. I have no clue. Alright.
It's kind of the successor, the spiritual successor
What
to
if
PictoChat.
What if you had a DSI instead?
Wait.
Oh gosh.
Is it? Oh.
Do you have a 3DS, Ghostly?
I do have a 3DS, but I know it's that one, but I forgot what it's called.
No. I don't have a 3DS. Alright.
Well, it's not. It's on
not
the
3DS.
It's on the
It's on the
3DS, but
DSi.
not as much. Yeah, it is DSiWare.
You
Oh,
can
it's DSi.
get it on the 3DS. but-
Okay,
Right.
okay, so it's not PictoChat. And do I remember anything else on the thing that is the thing that we played? Oh god, it's annoying that we're actually close. We were super
Yeah,
far one thing.
I forgot what is the name of it.
Any guesses?
Uh,
My answer, I have no idea.
yeah, I'm losing it. I'm trying to think.
You are so close. The answer
Yeah.
is Flipnote Studio.
Oh, it's that
I wouldn't
one.
have gotten that. I feel actually somehow less bad because I would not have gotten that. But but no, yeah, no, that was a good question. So that was DSiWare then?
Yeah, and then they released Flipnote Studio 3D on the 3DS.
Oh.
I see.
Yes, I see. Okay.
And you can actually find all of the all the storyboards, I believe, are just available. They're pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that stuff sounds really sick, honestly.
So what is our goal for the first day here?
So there's this as some people may or may not know, Pikmin 4 has a very interesting and I think well thought out progression system. So you unlock areas with something that's called Sparklium, right? So Sparklium is basically this. For lack of a better word, it's kind of this currency system, right? Where you collect treasures which give you Sparklium, which then your ship can use as fuel to get to new areas. But to actually progress the story of the game, you have to collect these guys that you see here called castaways. And the game is very clever where it doesn't matter where you get the castaways. You just have to get a certain number of castaways to progress the game. So in the speedrun, we simultaneously are routing in Sparklium to advance to new areas and castaways in order to progress the story. So we're really actually collecting two things in tandem. In the very beginning, of course, we have even more tasks at hand, because not only do we have to, get all of these treasures and these castaways, we also have to build up our Pikmin army. So there's a lot of stuff where we're trying to go through caves to, obviously collect Sparklium and missing castaways in order to, progress the story a fair bit, but we're also really currently trying to travel in caves and build up our Pikmin army in a way that we can, reasonably progress in the game. So, of course, the more Pikmin you have, the more you can do. So, we are... Oh, gosh! Oh, no, what have I done? Sorry. I woke up a guy I was not supposed to wake up. But yeah, so I mean, I really think that we're just trying to. Currently, we're really balancing that. So we have red Pikmin and we have ice Pikmin, and coming up, we're going to get yellow Pikmin. And once we have those, we're going to be able to actually have enough Pikmin to solve a lot of puzzles and challenges. So, and then later we're going to get blue Pikmin, which we can also talk about when that becomes a little bit closer. But right now, we only have 20-ish Pikmin, and obviously we want to get those numbers up if we want to do any real damage in collecting stuff.
Makes sense.
For sure.
How much Pikmin leeway do we have in terms of our actual...
So it depends on. Good question. The short answer is, I've messed up. The short answer is it depends on the type. So the real big one is if there's ice Pikmin. We only get 30 ice Pikmin, and we need 30 ice Pikmin to continue. So if a ice Pikmin dies, well, conventionally speaking, it's a reset. Obviously here, there's the rewind feature, so it's pretty marathon safe. Like if we can just rewind to before an ice Pikmin dies, is the short way that we would describe that. But for the good news is for the other Pikmin, it's a little bit more fungible. You know, their deaths are a little bit more easier to manage. So that's
That makes sense. The rewind featured so nice casually.
Yeah. No, I mean I think it's good. I think it encourages you to. I used to use the rewind feature a lot, also because it really encourages you to like see if you can do a section better, more efficient, and
yeah.
Obviously, in the speedrun, you want to avoid rewinding as much as possible, but it also is like a pretty fast way of reloading a floor if something goes wrong really quickly. So I mean, it's generally a pretty good technique.
Every level's a Dandori challenge now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spoos?
Yes.
Do you have another question for us?
I do. The FTC just opened up the possibility to refund users of what game for unwanted purchases?
Candy Crush.
Not Candy Crush.
No. I want to purchase. Lord.
What was that, Ghostly?
Wait, I'm trying to think. Is it yeah, it's something popular.
Is
it Doodle Jump?
It's not.
No.
Is it something? Let's see. Is it Fortnite?
It is Fortnite.
Oh.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 seconds for Cap.
Okay.
Let's list some popular games that have purchases.
Yeah, I think the refund site opened up like yesterday or something, and
lucky yes
for a total of $245 million overall. So if you made unwanted purchases in Fortnite, go get your money back, I guess.
Makes you wonder how people can classify things as wanted or unwanted.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know how they check that.
Yeah, yeah. The whole like gist of it was like Epic was making some or having some like deceptive practices to, I guess, make people think that they weren't spending money, but they were. I don't know exactly how it was.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that makes sense.
It's like not the first time they've gotten hit for
I'm
this,
not surprised.
Right?
Yeah, they probably did stuff with the Epic store that was not cool. But
for sure.
Yeah.
Just because it's game relevant, after Crackling Cauldron, which Ghostly and I should be still around the same area, I imagine. After Crackling Cauldron, we actually immediately end the day. And the reason why we do this is in order to actually progress in the game, we need Ochi to become big and strong. Unfortunately, that's a requirement. So Ochi doesn't actually become like Ochi basically gets huge and we can start upgrading him, but we have to end the day after collecting rust. So after getting a bunch of like immediately available things, we actually end the day, and now Ochi is large, which means we can ride him, and also we can give him some necessary upgrades because Ochi is very broken, and we need to make sure that we get him as broken as fast as possible. So that's just a little bit of context for what we're doing right now, and
you can carry so much.
Yeah. Well, actually, in this first upgrade session, we spend all of our points just to make sure he can just carry, we're getting him buffed, as we say.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so we basically spend all of our points so that he can start carrying 20 weight stuff, because you'll actually see we use him to actually carry an onion, which are 20 weights. So it's our way of getting blue Pikmin early. Well, at least earlier than generally expected, at the very least.
Now you got so many scrummy bones.
Yeah. You don't end up, honestly, in the final... Sometimes
need it.
sometimes an occasional scrummy bone can be nice, for sure. We also
He's built different.
We also get, if anyone's played Pikmin 3, we also buy the charging horn, which allows us to just, like, you know, charge your entire squad if you want, like, into stuff, and that's usually a lot faster, because instead of throwing, like, 20 Pikmin, you can just, like, charge, just like, wee, go get them, you know, and that's... And
I'm so bad at using the charging horn. I will just mash the A button.
In this game, I will say, compared to other games, this game has actually a pretty fast throwing cap, so it's, compared to other games, you can throw pretty fast in this game, I will say. Which is actually, so, you know, you're joking, but that's actually a valid strategy, for sure.
Yes, I knew it.
Especially if you're riding on Ochi, because if you're riding on Ochi, you can't charge, you charge a rush instead. So, like, I feel like when you're riding Ochi, sometimes it's faster to actually throw than get off Ochi. So actually, you're going to see me do this, like, right now. Where it's actually just faster to throw a whole bunch of Pikmin instead of get off Ochi. So,
Speaking of a whole bunch of Pikmin,
yes.
what is the maximum number of Pikmin that could be stored in an onion in Pikmin 3?
Is it like 9,999?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
20 seconds for Ghostly.
Got him.
That's a lot of Pikmin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can throw
That's a
It's like-
couple.
There's like...
How do they all fit in there?
Oh, there's like an infinite glitch in... Oh, shoot. I messed it up. Yeah, there's like a glitch that you can get a lot of Pikmins in Pikmin 3. So...
Yeah, there is a way of quickly buffing your party. At least on some levels that are higher.
Yeah. But I'm surprised that's the correct answer, because there could be a lot more than that.
Yeah. It's a good guess, though, so I thought it was a pretty solid guess.
What is the optimal packing structure of Pikmin in an onion?
Now that...
Can
will
Pikmin
take-
tile the plane?
That will take mathematicians to solve, I'm sure.
Tessellating Pikmin?
A periodic Pikmin tiling?
Oh no.
For sure. We'd have to make sure that, you know, Pikmin are, you know, exact. Oh, what? Gosh. Why am I doing...
So, how valuable is giving the Pikmin the sap?
Nectaring is huge. It's actually less huge in this game than in other games, but it's still pretty big. It's intuitive, of course, that a lot of this game is efficiently collecting objects. Pikmin carry objects faster when they're nectared, and therefore you basically want to keep almost all your Pikmin flowered at all times.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so we're pretty diligent. In this game, notably, which is not true in all of the other games, though it's true in the more recent installments, spicy sprays, which we haven't really talked about yet, but we will, because they will play a role. Spicy sprays, which is one of the principal upgrades you can get in this game, flower all your Pikmin. So one of the spicy sprays that I'm probably going to reset for in this thing is basically just to basically flower like 40 Pikmin immediately. Because there's no real
Okay, and they
easy way
stay
to-
flowered?
Yep. They stay flowered
Oh
forever.
man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's broken. they buff spices a lot in this game. It's always the right play for sure.
It's really broken.
Yeah.
We actually have a question about spicy spray, I believe. If Spooce you'd like to ask.
Sure.
Okay.
What is the downside to ultra spicy spray?
I would say that the Pikmin, they will die faster.
How?
Drown fast.
We need you to be more specific.
Drowning animation is doubled, so it's twice as fast.
That's correct.
Yeah. Ghostly,
I was close,
Ghostly dude. I just said it.
I will say that. I will say we'll give you both 10 seconds for teamwork, which doesn't
Aw.
change the race at all, but it feels nice.
Yeah.
We would have also accepted the fact that it makes white Pikmin walk slower, actually.
That is true also. I was thinking about that, but then when Ghostly brought up dying faster, I'm like, no, that is actually the better one.
Yeah.
I have to be more specific for that.
Yeah.
So in Pikmin 2, you're more correct because I believe suffocation and another one, they would die faster too, but not
I'm pretty
only in
sure
Pikmin 2.
It was burning and suffocating in Pikmin
Yeah.
2.
Burning? Okay, I might have to get real American fact checkers on that one. So my understanding.
This is from Wikipedia.
I got Wikipedia.
I don't know.
No, you trust me. It might actually, if they say it honestly, that might. Oh, I messed up. No. It happens to the best. But I was gonna say it might be true for specifically burning.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not all. It's only specific death animation. So
Yeah.
very much both of you ended up being pretty right on
For
that one.
sure. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, because animations are, I think, like 0, or 1.8. It's not quite double, technically, but for a lot of our purposes, we usually just shorthand say double. But yeah, in this case, it also doubles the animation that Pikmin use for drowning. So it's actually animation-based, not time-based. So anything that's animation-based will intrinsically have, will actually be faster with Spicy Spray, which is very interesting. If you want to know, since you asked, there actually is one more downside that you and Wikipedia wouldn't know, because this is just like deep in the trenches knowledge. But so purple Pikmin, right, do 20 damage instead of the standard Pikmin 10 damage. But because the Spicy Spray is only 1.8, purple Pikmin actually do slightly less damage on gates when they're spicy. Because it's actually 18. Their animation doubles, right? The animation goes 1.8, but their damage is set to 10. And so they actually do 18, like per second or like per unit time, they do 18 damage instead of 20. So purples
so
are actually slightly nerfed, yeah. It's kind of
Is that in every game?
Maybe not. That one is, I don't. Pikmin 2 is my largest game that I have the most info for. So for the other games, I'm not sure. But in general, actually, I know that it also works for Pikmin 3, which is why wings are broken, because they usually set all damage to 10, and they set all damage to 10, and then they double the animation. But winged Pikmin naturally in Pikmin 3 have a damage of 5, so it actually quadruples winged Pikmin damage. Because it doubles, it sets them to 10, and then doubles it. So it nearly quadruples it. So I do know that is a thing in other games where the Spicy Spray will also intentionally make
Pikminpedia actually does say that purple Pikmin do get a decrease in power.
Oh, see there, Pikminpedia is pretty good.
They caught up to you.
They're on top of it.
No, sure. I mean, speedrunners and the Wikipedia team talk a lot, so because obviously everyone benefits from having the most accurate information,
right?
Because and the Wikipedia people, the people who run it are like really great people. So yeah,
I was able to get a lot of trivia out of Wikipedia, so big shout outs to the Wikipedia team.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Speaking of Pikmin, how many Pikmin make up the words Pikmin 2 in the Pikmin 2 title screen?
80.
It is more than 80.
More than 80?
Yeah. 150.
More than that.
Is it 200?
More than that.
300.
Fewer than that.
It's 250.
More.
267.
More.
No.
Is it 275?
Less.
Oh.
We'll give you 2075. 273.
Oh, I was
10 seconds. for Ghostly. I think we all know, obviously.
Yeah,
Who hasn't counted every Pikmin in the Pikmin 2 title screen?
I feel like it should have been 2.
It should have been, yeah.
2 Pikmin?
Two
They're just
Pikmin.
really big.
Yeah,
Doesn't like
and-
about like
Two. Why do
200
you
or
need more than
something.
2 Pikmin?
exactly. 2 Pikmin in the shape of the word Pikmin 2.
It's just like, so kind of like how the rock Pikmin and the ice Pikmin are like, inhabit like inanimate objects and are erroneously considered parasitic. I learned a lot about Pikmin doing this show.
Yeah, no,
of
there's-
course.
there's a lot of-
I know so much about Pikmin.
There is the Pikmin 2 logo, and then a Pikmin is using it as a shell like a hermit crab. Is that what you're saying, Spoos?
Of course, yeah. Naturally.
That's something to think about for sure.
What is special about the number 273?
I mean, it's just how many it took to make it.
Yeah.
What if it's a reference to absolute zero in Celsius?
Oh, it could be.
Well,
Dang.
Maybe
That actually would be
technical level.
the freezing temperature of water in Celsius. 273.
It'd be negative. 273.
minus 273 Celsius is
Oh,
absolute
minus
zero.
273.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Positive 273 Celsius is very hot.
Sorry, Kelvin. You said
Yeah,
absolute. Okay, sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Like 273, like in absolute temperature, 273.
Yeah. 273 Kelvin is 0 C. Yeah.
Well, we both got it. We're doing good.
273 is also a sphenic number, a figurate number, a truncated triangular pyramid number, and an idonial number.
I
So
love that for it.
I think the Pikmin team definitely had all those in consideration when adding,
obviously.
when putting them in the title.
I mean, God knows I did. So
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't know about truncated tetrahedron? Right?
no, for sure. One thing that there's actually a little bit of text that you can get in the end of day sequence here that I think Ghostly just got, that you actually can skip if you have a very good button mashing technique that we just discovered, but it can be kind of finicky to get, unfortunately.
I love mashing specific tricks.
Oh yeah, well it's only for this one text skip that's just like obnoxious, honestly. But it's obviously in the grand scheme of the run, very silly time save. But you know, we're trying to find that stuff. So.
All right, let's get another one in here, Spoos, if you could be so kind.
Let's do this one.
This is a very you one, yeah.
I like this one. What Pikmin type does not release a soul when killed in Super Smash Bros. Brawl?
It would have to be the white, presumably.
No.
It's not.
I know.
Is it the blue Pikmin?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Yellow Pikmin. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Blue Pikmin?
Nope.
Already guessed.
There are only so many
God.
more.
Is it
Purple.
red Pikmin?
It is purple.
Oh, what?
5
yes.
seconds.
It was
For
just
Cap.
it was just a bug. No
Yeah,
lore reasons. It just didn't have it, I guess.
Yeah. that
It has
sounds
been
really
fixed in Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate, so if you kill a purple Pikmin, you have to, it bears its soul to you.
Oh, that's tragic.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
I was-
sad.
You know, I don't know. Being a speedrunner has desensitized me to the horrors of war and death when it comes to Pikmin.
Look, Olimar in Brawl is a character of all time, so I don't really feel bad.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
I mean-
Isn't Olimar,
whenever I
like-
play this-
Top 3.
Yeah, Olimar is incredibly good and incredibly annoying.
What about
I
Louis?
he's a
I
top
like
tier
Olimar because I
model,
feel
yeah.
like that if I was Olimar, that is also how I would use Pikmin to fight. I would use them like a sword. Like I think that's I think it's just great. That's how I want to use Pikmin to fight. So I can respect him based on that alone.
Does a purple Pikmin do 20% boost?
It feels like it.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty
Fully
strong.
charged, I bet it does more.
I'm sure, yeah.
let's do this one. Who are the 2 characters to land on the surface of PNF 404 without interference from the asteroid belt?
Okay. It would be Louis and the President, right?
The president is one of them.
Okay. Fair play.
Is it the player character from Pikmin 4? I forgot
That's correct.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
5 seconds for both of you.
Nice.
Yeah, it is just the Pikmin 4 player character.
Yeah, it's main character.
I think her name is like Palm or something.
So yeah, it's unofficial though. So unofficially, we call her Palm because of course all of the characters in Pikmin 4 have dog names, and Palm is a
True,
Pomeranian.
yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
Palm is Pomeranian. So, but I believe Ghostly that is actually still an unofficial title.
Yeah, because I don't know if the Palm is like her official name.
Yeah. I don't think there is
I don't play a character.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Speaking of, we super buff Ochi because actually there's no way otherwise of getting the blue onion this early. So we have the blue onion now, by the way. Fun fact.
Getting the blue onion was such a pain.
Yeah.
Took me forever.
Luckily, we exist in a universe where all things are possible with the power of, super buffed Ochi. As it should
Who would
be.
win? Level design or one dog?
For sure.
One super
We
dog.
may never know the answer. And so we grow a whole bunch of blues, and we end the day. So in Pikmin 4, it's kind of interesting because there's a new mechanic called Flarlicks, basically. And Flarlicks limit the amount of Pikmin you have on the field. So in our current state, Ghostly and I can only have 40 Pikmin on the field. However, we actually like that, because in this case that means all Pikmin grown over 40 actually grow inside the onion. So what limiting the number of Pikmin that we have actually means is we don't actually have to pluck all those Pikmin. Before, when you could immediately start with 100 Pikmin on the field, you had to pluck a lot of Pikmin. Because you had to basically pluck Pikmin that was in the ground until you had 100 on the field. And now we're just like, oh, you don't have to do any of that. Very nice. So in a way, by limiting our numbers, they've actually made it faster to grow Pikmin, which is, I think, ironic in some sense. One other thing that I want to point out just before the next question is you're going to be seeing us. There are these like story battles that we have to do, and normally these are these auto-scroller, like pseudo split screen battles with a CPU. Luckily, we have a guy called Dingo, and what Dingo does is if we give up because these battles are just too hard, he actually will beat them for us. Which it turns out is much faster than sitting in like a 7-minute auto-scroller with a CPU that is much worse than you at Pikmin. So that's actually what we're basically doing on all of the Dandori battle sections, is you're going to be seeing us just immediately quit and give up and have Dingo get the battle victory for us, because we need those leaflings to progress the story. The leaflings are the castaways.
Yeah, you would think that knowing who this leafling is, they'd be better at Dandori, and yet...
Yes, for sure. We think that Dandorimar is nothing compared to the power of Olimar himself.
Yes. It's because he loses sight of what's important to him, his wife.
That's true. So I think that's a canonical reason. Louis, on the other hand, cheats when you play him in the Dandori battle, which is also canonically pretty accurate.
That tracks.
Yes. There's also several different routes of Cure Olimar right now that are currently out there, so it's also possible that Ghostly and I are doing slightly different routes of the video game, which is kind of cool because that's something that you only see happen at like really early stages of the speedrun. But it's sort of cool right now. We're still trying to figure out what the exact fastest route is. So that's a little fun thing. It's great. The routes obviously all converge by the time it matters.
Speaking of, I didn't have anything for
Speaking
this.
of things that matter,
What company owns the world's largest building by volume?
By volume? Jeez. Is it Google?
No.
Not Google.
Is it Microsoft?
No.
Nope.
Oh wait, is it Amazon?
Nope. But that's a good guess.
Closer,
Amazon.
yeah. There is a good reason for the building to be this large.
That I do believe. What are other big companies that would have big buildings? Gosh, I mean, like Tesla, they have a manufacturing plant.
They have the second largest building, but it is closer
Ford?
to that. Yeah,
Toyota, Honda.
it is not a car company.
Think
Dang,
bigger.
alright.
Yeah,
Bigger. Oh gosh, Boeing.
it is Boeing.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You told
20
me
seconds
to
for
think
Cap.
big.
Its Washington State factory has a volume over 13.3 million cubic meters and has its own weather patterns with actual clouds forming before they installed an air circulation system.
That's pretty funny. That's good to know.
That's a lot of cubic meters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's large.
I mean, airplanes are big. I
They're
can see
big.
it.
Yeah.
You know, rumor at least has that as the case.
Yeah, the third largest building is for the Airbus A380 in France. So
Ooh.
top three is 2 airplane manufacturers and a car manufacturer.
Yeah.
Makes sense. If you think about like people go in vehicles, right? And then if vehicles have to go in something, that's just the whole scale up.
True.
Now, if there were a place where you store buildings, that's what would really get crazy.
Store buildings. Oh jeez. Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. You know, I'm not quite in the Genesis eventually on the store buildings.
At my university, there's actually a building where they built another building around the original building for some reason, and it was very silly.
That makes sense, but also does sound pretty silly.
Yeah, like there was a reason for it, but it's also pretty silly.
Oh, for
All
sure.
right. Do y'all want to guess what the heaviest building in the world does or what it's used for?
Um,
Open question,
Heaviest
everyone.
building?
The heaviest
That's so-
building.
heaviest building in the world. What's heavy? Like lead?
It is not a building made of lead.
Oh, it has to be a liquid. Is it liquid related?
No.
Is that like a water purification plant or something?
No, it is the building structure itself that is the heaviest, not
Oh.
what's in it.
Is it the Eiffel
is-
Tower? Is it a bridge?
It is not. It is a building, and it does contain things.
Okay.
Why would it need to be that heavy?
It really doesn't have a reason to. It is just big and heavy.
No, good to know.
The Burj Khalifa.
No.
Where is it located?
It is in Romania.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh,
I now have less of a clue.
Is it-
I don't know.
wait. Is it? Oh, is it that giant palace?
Yes, it is.
Yeah!
It is the Palace of the Parliament in Romania. It is the heaviest building in the world.
That thing is huge.
It is 4.09 billion kilograms or 9 billion pounds.
Oh
I
my
will
god.
need to.
That's
I will
heavy.
need to look it up. I would not have gotten that. So fair.
I
play.
definitely would not have known that either.
I've heard of this thing. It is an absolutely massive
It
building.
is. It is
I
a
mean,
unit.
It is
it's gotta
unreal
be.
big. Yeah, I'll post a picture of it in chat.
If you consider the Great Pyramid of Giza a building, then that is larger. But
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know if I would, but
You're
If you
not
do.
obligated to. You're fine.
it's your own
I won't tell
decision.
anyone. I won't tell
wanna
anyone,
see,
okay?
Yeah, I want to see what this is made out of. Does it say?
The Palace
I mean,
of
any
Parliament?
building that is
Materials.
sufficiently big will be the heaviness. Like I think like a warehouse itself won't be that heavy. right? Because it's
Yeah, right.
it's mostly like empty space. But like a palace makes sense though, because it's like a lot of rooms, like a lot of furniture, a
Right.
lot of flooring.
Yeah.
So there's 3,500 tons of crystal, 700,000 tons of steel and bronze, 1 million cubic meters of marble.
Gross.
That's got to be a good chunk of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3.9 million square feet of floor area. So like,
How many Pikmin would it take to lift the building?
Oh, good lord.
just like you put
Great
one
question
Pikmin, just
from
a
chat.
1 out of 10 appears above it.
Oh lord. You know, Pikmin
How much can
are pretty dang strong. So you know, who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us.
Yeah.
Is there like
you
a
put 2 purple Pikmin under that, it's done.
is there like a game theory video about how strong Pikmin are?
I bet you could calculate that.
We could probably.
There's a post on
one.
Reddit.
Someone could have calculated their. It's yeah.
So apparently in Pikmin 2, you can lift a 1 kilogram dumbbell with 100 purple Pikmin or 1,000 regular ones. So going off of that, a regular purple Pikmin can lift 10 grams and a regular Pikmin can lift 1.
All right, so how heavy is the Palace of the Parliament again?
4 billion kilograms.
4? Okay, so
4 trillion grams.
4 trillion purple Pikmin, which unfortunately, even in Pikmin 3, you can only have 9,999.
No, it would
so.
be 400 billion purples if they can each do 10
Yeah.
grams. And it would be 4 trillion regular Pikmin. So
Yeah.
that's a couple.
Yeah.
That's a lot of onions.
That's
You
a lot of
you
onions.
need some more onions.
Yeah, we need some more onions. Just like any good cook, we would need more onions. For sure.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best and least confusing math we've ever done on this show.
That
proud
was
of
actually
us.
pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's helpful that there's like a canonical thing like this actually weighs this much.
Yeah, right.
Which I think is helpful.
Speaking of straightforward, what sporting event did Nintendo of Canada use to promote Pikmin 3?
Spring.
This is a deep cut.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you that now.
That is a deep cut. Oh,
It is
Lord.
not going to be something you've heard of, probably.
Real
Discus.
think fast heads will know this.
Real think fast.
Or at least we'll have heard of this.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
What was the other?
Wait,
What was the other
is this
game that
like-
was promoted there?
Is this an
The other
Olympics?
Rare was going to use it to promote something. Nuts and bolts, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Wait, was this the sorry? Like, is this the Olympics or was this like an actual like another sporting event? Is it curling?
No.
It is not.
This was in
It
Canada?
is. It is not really a sport, but it's an event with sporting activity, I guess.
It's really hard to explain.
Yeah, it's
Underwater basket weaving.
No.
you're not horribly far off, but
now I'm terrified. So there you go.
but it is still pretty far.
Okay, go on.
Water is part of it.
It is like a. I would describe it as an engineering exhibition.
Yeah, that's good.
What? Okay. I don't know if that's more of this. All right. Let's see. Engineering exhibition.
I've seen a couple of clips from this thing on YouTube Shorts recently. I'm like,
By the way, there
hey,
is a
that's the
picture
thing.
of the thing that Nintendo made that kind of rules.
Ooh, I need to
Is
see it. I found a picture of the banjo one.
Oh God, is it one of those like things like mech where you like make mechs and no, it's like an engineering competition, right? So is it what the heck? I don't know.
You're like, no, but you're thinking the right sort of way.
Yeah, people make something and use it to
Maker's
do
Fair.
something,
No,
and it is still sport adjacent, kind of.
oh sure. But like water, is it like? Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone in chat's got it.
Oh dang! Thanks, someone in chat. I'm not living in chat. But thank you, someone in chat.
We're gonna like slowly try to make, but eventually every single person that we have on the show will learn about what this thing is because we've asked it twice now.
Yep.
Really? Oh man.
It keeps coming up. I don't look for it. It just keeps coming up.
Yeah, I was reading through the question list before we started, and I was like, "This is again cool."
Oh Lord! All right, I gotta throw in the towel. If I'm this close but I can't get it, I think I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it is. If you don't know about it, I don't think you can get it.
Oh lol.
So, all right. The answer is the Red Bull Flugtag. So what that is teams make flying machines or like gliding machines. They send them off a ramp over water, and whoever flies the furthest wins.
I have never heard of that.
Yep.
It is very interesting, and people make some cool stuff.
You'll make some really cool stuff for Flugtag, honestly. There's a picture of the winged Pikmin Flugtag that they made.
Interesting.
It
looks really good, honestly. Oh, I deleted the wrong.
I mean, I would believe it. Yeah. But no, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I'll post the one for the banjo one in chat too, for anyone interested. So Rare had also, apparently they tried to enter it, they got rejected, but they would have had like a cart, like a little like seat in the shape of banjo, and then like Kazooie as a glider over top, and then hope it flies.
I like that they described this as star of reasonably successful video games.
They also spelled Breagle wrong.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, it's 2 L's at the end.
Oh well, that's why their pitch got rejected.
You gotta know how to spell things,
cool.
guys. Come on, keep it together.
But yeah, Flugtag stuff is cool. It's one of Red Bull's like things that they do. They also do like soapbox derbies and stuff. It's just a lot of build a thing and hope you don't hurt yourself, basically.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't feel bad about not getting it, but you do learn something new.
Yeah.
Look, that's half our goal is to inform and educate
the masses. No, I respect it for sure.
And if you happen to know things, then you're great.
Then you get time. For an example of things that maybe you might know. What 5 businesses? What? I'm starting over. What 5 businesses have the most physical locations in the world?
5.
What do you mean by physical location?
Like buildings.
Like places you can go
locations.
to. Yeah.
Oh.
One of these, I don't know how it's up here, but the rest of
one of
makes
these
sense.
is surprising.
Yeah.
Is one like, I don't know, like GM? Like I feel like cars is a nice one. There's a lot of like productions.
So this is just
buildings. No, but buildings. Like, oh god, like this is kind of hard because like
you have absolutely heard of at least 4 of these.
Yeah, I know, but that's not the hard part. Is I'm getting into the nuance of like what does a building count? Like, could you say like McDonald's?
Yeah,
that's number 3.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Gosh, okay, so because like they're a real estate company.
What'd you say?
Wait, is it Walmart?
Not Walmart.
Oh, because it's supposed to be expanding.
Mm-hmm.
I think. So.
Yeah, but I can understand why it's hard. I'm trying to think of stuff but it's like stores that you see everywhere. Is like other fast food up there, like Burger King?
Not Burger King.
Dang, Wendy's.
Not Wendy's.
Dang. I was going all in on Wendy's there for a little bit. I'm always down to advertise for but okay. Interesting. Target.
No.
Is it Amazon?
No.
Not Amazon. They have few warehouses, but a lot of trucks.
Is it Audi?
Nope.
That's not a bad one though, honestly.
Like I was trying to think of something that like there's a lot of things like we can go. So
what about like hotels, like the Hilton?
It's
No
not
hotels
no
on the list.
hotels.
No hotels. Oh gosh. Dang. Okay.
An
You know,
advantage
that's-
that a lot of these have is they can fit in like smaller locations.
Right, like Starbucks.
On location.
Starbucks
That's one
is
of 'em.
one. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, think of like small stores like Starbucks or McDonald's. Because I think that's where they're going.
Oh,
Yeah.
those kind.
Yeah, the vibe I'm getting. It's okay. I just accidentally hit. In this game, there's like a map menu that takes like 10 seconds to open that does nothing for you, and so it's just kind of a button that you know. It's just funny because like you just never want to press the map button in this game because they've made it so bad.
Three more businesses remaining.
Is
Two
it-
of them.
Is it Subway?
That's
Subway's
number
one.
2.
Yep.
Oh, that's one of them?
Yeah, nice
Number
job.
1 and number 5 remain.
Okay.
Number 1 and number 5. Number 1, I'm okay. Sorry.
Number 1 is less big in the U.S. than it is internationally, but it still has a pretty good presence in the U.S.
Okay, that is somewhat helpful. Potentially. Helpful.
And then the 5th one,
Fifth one's a deep cut,
I don't
which
really
is
know.
weird when you consider that it's like that they have 25,000 locations, but it is a deep cut.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Something that is big international. Okay, so this is where I get to show off that I'm not worldly at all. Clearly. But there's
It's very big in Japan specifically.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it Mitsuwa?
No.
No, but that would be sick.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Like any large, like what is like a large? Large. That's it.
Yeah.
This company sponsored GDQ once.
Is it
Yeah, these are hard. I mean, the 3 that we have guessed are like pretty reasonable, but it's hard to think of like other big ones. There's one. Geez, yeah.
We were at the AGDQ 19 venue. This was one of the main food places that everyone went
Oh,
to because
my-
it was so close.
is it Chipotle?
No.
Not Chipotle.
I've already done. Let's see. Let's see.
So-
Interesting.
Wait, which GDQ was that sponsored?
AGDQ 2023, I believe.
Oh, so that was recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 events ago.
That's crazy.
Thing is, I did not watch that GDQ.
That's I'm just trying to think. No, it's interesting. I'm sure that we'll be kicking ourselves when we get the results.
It is a chain of convenience stores.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
have no clue. But that one.
convenience stores? I'm trying to think.
We're not even going to try in the other one. There's no way we can
the
hint you
last one
towards
you're
it.
not getting. But the first one, I believe that we can get.
Oh man, I mean I appreciate your faith in us. Okay, convenience stores, but it wouldn't be something like 7-Eleven because that's not as big like internationally. I think that's what I.
Oh,
think
it
that's
definitely
what's
is international because that's the number 1 business
Oh.
with locations. They have 71,000 locations.
Oh,
So
there you go.
it is 7-Eleven.
It is
Oh,
7-Eleven.
that
Okay,
one I
I didn't
forgot.
realize that was
Yep.
your international. Well, the more you know. I have
So then
been
the
proven.
5th one is a tutoring company. or-
Kaplan?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's a
Not
tutoring.
Kaplan.
That's a tutoring thing, I guess. Sorry.
They're in like, I think the reason why they're everywhere is because they're in like strip malls everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I guess they're also big in Japan
Yeah.
because they were founded in Japan.
I didn't know that, actually.
They're in 60 regions throughout the world. Okay. They are very worldwide.
That's crazy.
They have locations in Andorra. Good for them. All right. The answer is Kumon.
Yeah.
Come
Oh, I don't even know that.
They are like an after-school tutoring company for school-age children. It is definitely not as, I mean, it is like a thing in the U.S., but like it can't be that big, right? I don't know. But yeah, they so in order, 7-Eleven has 71,000 locations, Subway has 42,000, McDonald's has 39,000, Starbucks has 30,000, and Kumon has 25,000 locations in the world.
Wait, is Kuma like originally like from Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Because I heard about that place, but I didn't know it was originally from Japan.
I didn't know
That's
either.
crazy.
They were also founded in 1958, which it took them a while to kind of blow up, I guess.
So it goes.
So what's that? What's the result? What are the scores for that one, Spoos?
I believe it is 15 for Cap, 5 for Ghostly.
All right. And with
right.
that, are we about at a good point to take a break?
Like,
That is a valid. This is officially a trivia question.
like a break, like in the action of like what's going on in the category.
To take our first break.
Oh.
5-minute break
show.
before we continue on with the rest of the show.
Oh, so do we like? I'm sorry, I must have forgotten. So do we then stop playing, or I don't know how to.
Yeah,
Just a pause.
I feel like good to pause, yeah.
Okay, Ghostly, are we down to pause?
Sure.
All
All right,
right.
then in 3, 2, 1, pause.
Okay, we pause.
All right. Do not go anywhere. We will be back with more Pikmin, more Dandori. But before that, we have some announcements.
We sure do. Such as
didn't have them
GDQX.
open.
GDQX I was finding the channel. GDQX will be live from TwitchCon October 20th to the 22nd. The event will take place on the GameStone Quick stage, as well as streamed live on our Twitch channel. Use !GDQX in Twitch channel in Twitch chat to find out more info and to check out the schedule. Awesome Games Done Quick 2024 will be live in person January 14th to the 21st in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Use !AGDQ in Twitch chat for more info. Feel free to @GamesDoneQuick on Twitter to let us know what you're hoping to see on the games list. Remote volunteer applications open up September 25th, so keep your eyes open if you would like to help out with AGDQ from the comfort of your own home.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Pikmin in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Think Fast, the speedrunning game show of fast times and sharp minds. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Corva May.
And I'm Swoos, also your host.
In case you forgot how the game works, it is not enough to simply beat the game the fastest. Our runners are answering our trivia questions as they play, and the more questions they get right, the more seconds we take off their time. And you know what? It's pretty close. Cap is a little bit ahead in trivia, but they're both doing different routes, so it's hard to judge exactly who's ahead here. I think the only way to really find out is to think fast if you're both ready.
Yes.
Then you may resume in 3, 2, 1, go. And let's just get back into this with the trivia question, I think.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do this one. What game engine does Pikmin 4 run on?
For Unreal Engine.
That's right. 10 seconds for Cap. This is the first fully internally developed first-party console Nintendo title to run off a third-party engine, which is a lot of adjectives, but it is still notable. That's like a baseball stat.
Yeah.
Because if you look into it, it's like they've done some stuff like for mobile using third-party engines. This is the first time they've released something on one of their own consoles that was developed entirely in-house.
That makes sense.
So that's cool.
Huh.
Yeah, no, that's
Only
interesting.
apparently only Unreal can render the rock Pikmin in all of their glory.
You know, obviously, you know, there's a lot to say about Pikmin 4, but one thing that I think is pretty universally agreed upon is Pikmin 4 looks pretty good. You know,
It does look good, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
look
looking
good
game
on
for sure.
the
And
Switch.
so, you know, I would be bold to say potentially Unreal has a part in that. So there you go.
So in terms of the progress through the game, well,
Yeah.
what are we working towards right now?
So, so there's, you know, spoiler. If you guys don't want to hear story spoilers, then I would recommend covering your ears in the next little bit. But currently, there is kind of two parts to this. One part is understandably that you have to rescue Olimar before you can cure Ochi, right? So in this case, cure Ochi is kind of considered like the true ending of that category, if that makes sense. Of course, in order to even get there, we have to rescue Olimar first. So, in order to rescue Olimar, there's two main conditions that have to be met, and it's you have to get 7,000 spark, which you get from treasures, and you have to rescue 8 castaways. Oh gosh. So that's the first test, if you will. So once that's been done, then the next once that's been done, then you need to get basically 13,000. You need to get 11,000 spark to unlock the area after that, and then you need 13,000 spark plus 2 more castaways to unlock the final area. And once you unlock the final area, then you can actually like cure Ochi, because that's where Ochi is in the final one.
Thought he's right here. What do you mean? He's swimming.
Yeah, he seems fine.
No, you know it's the cure for Ochi. Sorry, the cure is in the final dungeon. You're with Ochi the entire time. Don't worry. You stay with the homie.
Gotta be de-leafed.
Yes. All is good. All is good in the Ochi verse. Except that you do need to cure him, but you know that's the whole thing.
Otherwise, you can't leave.
Yeah, true. He's got to get home to his friends. Oh, I got a spicy, thank goodness. One of the RNG elements there are these nice little spicy sprays, and these spicy sprays are very important because they, generally nectar your Pikmin, make you feel good about yourself. All of these, generally good adjectives. But sometimes they're very important for like taking down bosses very quickly because they increase your damage by quite a fair bit. So like sometimes they're kind of required, and they're required to not lose oodles of time. But the problem is getting them is slightly RNG. So of course that is a little bit of a pressure point in this run sometimes. Sometimes you can run out of spices and it can get a little bit dicey if you're not lucky.
So you got another question for us?
I can get you one, yeah.
Okay. All right.
The Puffstool makes a cameo in what non-Pikmin game?
Is it that WarioWare game?
It is not. That is I believe that's the Empress Bullbacks that makes an appearance in that one.
Oh.
Tricky. Gosh. The Legend of Zelda. I don't know. No.
Yeah, which one?
Oh gosh, is it Breath of the Wild?
It is not.
Is it Link Between Worlds?
It is not.
Minish Cap.
Further back in time. Minish Cap is correct.
Yeah.
20 seconds for Cap.
Yes.
It appears to be a localization decision, as in Japanese, the enemy is different in Zelda, but it looked like a puff stool, so they localized it to puff stool.
There you go. Yeah, it makes sense, because the puff stool is principally, it makes a return in Pikmin 4, but it's principally a Pikmin 1 enemy, so it does make sense.
Let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
I have a really complex one if you want.
Oh, sure.
hit me.
Sure.
Based on the POCO value of the lustrous element, what is the annual salary of a Hakotate freight worker in USD?
Okay, so unfortunately, I'm cursed with knowledge. So the a year's salary is roughly 100 bucks. Lustrous element, of course, as we all know, is what, around, is it 3,000, I believe? So then it'd be 30 years salary. Is that correct?
Wait. No, so the question is, what is a year's salary converted to USD?
Oh,
because the lustrous
shoot.
element does have a
Oh,
value
what
to
is it? Is it 3 cents?
There's more than 3 cents.
Is it
3
like,
cents?
It is
Is it
more
like-
than 30 cents.
is it like 25 cents?
No,
You gotta
that's
keep going
more
up.
than
So-
more-
The lustrous element, right, is worth 1,000 POCO, right?
1,000?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait.
Hold-
It's that.
Oh, it's 1,000. 3,000.
Yes.
Is it like? It's probably like a dollar. No.
Oh wait, so I thought $1 is 1,000. So would it be 100? Is it 100? Is it $1? Wait, no, but $1 is 1,000.
It's
so
more than $1.
It is more
So
than
you have
$1.
to, sorry. This is a bit, I should rephrase. This is based on the value of the gold and the copper in the lustrous element.
Oh!
As converted
Oh.
in 2004 when the game came out.
Oh.
Oh!
My bad on that one.
Okay,
All
sorry.
the math questions really easy to forget and important.
Okay, sorry, because it is my understanding that the lustrous element is a coin.
Yeah,
It is a
it's
coin. I
gold
don't know why
coin,
they wrote it
actually.
this way. But
Okay, yes. Okay, so sorry. So you can understand where the confusion is, though, because
no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
You could, in theory, then. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit vindicated. Thank you. Let's see.
Is it
So,
like? It's probably like 50 cents, right?
It's more than 50 cents.
no, because it's gold. Because all of the materials, Ghostly, are very expensive. Why don't we say let's bump it up? What about $3?
$3 and how many cents?
Oh gosh, I mean, it's probably something like 342 cents. Sorry, 3.42. How about that?
What'd you say, Ghostly?
Is it 3,050 cents?
That's closer.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
$3.
say that
300. Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna
Close
reward
enough.
points for this one.
Can you give it to Ghostly?
I don't know. You wrote the question. You asked the math question. This is all on you.
20 seconds for both of you.
It was
Let me
my general guess,
explain the mathematics that were given here. I did not do the math for this originally. I did some of the math. So, the worn gold and copper, the lustrous element, assuming is a typical 1850s gold dollar at about 1.7 grams or 0.5 troy ounces, would yield a value in 2004 of $22.02. Thus, when you divide that by 10, because of the 1,000 POCO value versus the annual salary, that would be $2.20. But that was 2004, and we're in 2023 now. And $2.20 in 2004 is equal to $3.58 in 2023.
Oh.
$3. So it was 328.
Thanks.
Then.
$3.58.
358. Yeah.
And once again, we've proven that we should never ask questions about math on this show.
Look,
yes.
I appreciate the gymnastics. If I'm gonna be honest.
I had a nice off the cuff math question, and then you ask this one.
You can ask
I
the math
should ask
question.
math questions. I think that's what
No.
we're learning here.
I keep going on Wiki to find trivia, and then the Wikis keep being like, what's the most convoluted math we could possibly put in the trivia section? And I'm like, okay.
We're having fun here. We're all having fun. It's all cheap.
It's just general guessing when it comes to math.
So if you were to buy everything in Stardew Valley to get you to the bottom of the mine,
No, we're moving on.
Oh no.
The 20 pellet in Pikmin 2001 was originally planned to be what fruit?
Is it sunseed berry?
No.
A mango.
Yeah, it was from the Pikmin 1 beta.
Wait, no, you're right.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
strawberry.
Yes.
Then,
It's
Yes.
all right, then yes, you got to give Ghostly full credit for that one.
20 seconds for Ghostly. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, I think Sunseed might just be a strawberry,
It
which is
is.
what we're looking for.
Sorry, Ghostly was being so correct that he was giving the
I know.
in-game,
Extra correct.
in Pikmin game.
Well, the
Y'all
thing
are
is,
two Pikmin.
well, the thing
like
is,
Pikmin
that
2.
thing was a click in my memory, and I instantly
Yeah,
know what it
no,
is.
that's how it should be for sure.
Okay, speaking of, we actually have another fruit question if you want to just keep the lightning round going.
Sure.
All right.
Goose, ask us about fruit.
Oh, fruit. What are the 2 treasures in Pikmin 3 that Alf is allergic to?
Kiwi is one. Or is it not?
No.
Nope, I don't.
It's not.
Common allergy, though.
How many-
I have someone with one of these allergies.
Is it pineapple?
Not pineapple.
So even a pineapple fruit. Let's see. Is it watermelon?
Not watermelon. I will say, for some reason, for this question, we are looking for the treasure names, but we'll let you do the fruit side as well.
Yeah, either is fine.
That's gonna be hard.
Either is fine.
Citrus lump.
Not the citrus lump.
Is it this? No. Is it Hayward Moon? The cantaloupe?
Nope. The nice thing is, eventually we wrote there are only so many fruit in Pikmin.
Yeah,
Right.
The,
But there are a
the thing
lot.
is we have to
Is
know
it
what
the
specific
loquat,
treasure name is.
which is Dapper Blob? I think.
Nope.
Nah.
Ghostly, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, my
Okay.
bad.
That's all good. I'm just trying to think about. Yeah, he guessed Wayward Moon or the melon rather.
I think it's probably that P. But I forgot what name is it.
Mock Bottom.
Peach is not one of them.
Okay, well it's not one of them, so I didn't steal your thunder anyway.
What fruits are there in the world?
That
Name
is a good
Every
question.
fruit.
There's
Pink fruit.
Is it grapes? Oh, big fruit. Yeah.
Not grapes.
Is it the dragon fruit?
Not the dragon fruit.
Not the dragon fruit. Oh. Snap. God, is there an eggplant? That's not really a fruit, is it? Oh my gosh.
I think eggplants are technically a vegetable, but that's one of the ones where that might be weird.
Yeah, it's not regardless.
I think
Yeah.
It's not. Okay, good. I'm glad that was not. Oh jeez.
Is it a grapefruit?
Not a grapefruit.
I've already guessed citrus lump. I'm actually just saying, like, is it one of those? And it's not the strawberry. I feel like we've already guessed the strawberry.
It is not. It is not the strawberry.
They both have one big seed.
One big seed.
Okay, so it's not it's not the mock bottom or the lesser mock bottom, or is it the
It's-
lesser mock bottom? The plum.
It's that fruit from
No.
the venomous frostbat thing. I forgot what that fruit is called.
Is it an avocado, which is somehow a fruit?
That's one of them.
Avocado is one of them.
Wait.
The avocado is
You know
somehow.
its treasure name.
No, absolutely
I
not.
forgot. what the
I
treasure name
should.
is.
Pikmin 3 is hard because it's easy to just zone out during the juicing cutscenes. Pikmin 2 makes you watch all of them like in order of collection. Pikmin 3 you can just like zone out while all of them happen at once. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the avocado, so you got me there.
We gave you the points anyways. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. It's the scaly
Yeah.
custard.
Scaly custard. Oh, it is kind of scaly and custardy, so no, you got me there.
But there's still one remaining.
Is it?
This one is a more traditional fruit.
I'm just trying to think about like fruits that exist. Banana.
Not a banana.
No.
Not a banana. Okay. Well, points for thinking of a fruit. We've already guessed the cantaloupe. We've already guessed the watermelon. I keep like, what's this in a fruit salad? Already guessed. Is it the raspberry?
Not the raspberry.
Is it tomato? No, that's not fruit.
It's not a tomato, but a tomato is a fruit, right?
Yeah,
Tomato
I
is a
think,
fruit,
I think I think legally it is.
Botanically.
Even so, it's not.
I think
Yeah.
it's actually legally a vegetable.
Versus illegally.
Illegal
No, I
fruit.
mean, it's a culinary vegetable, but it's botanically a fruit, which is of course very for everyone involved.
If y'all know about Crash Bandicoot,
Mm.
I forgot that fruit. I don't know what it's reference to.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm running out of known fruits. The raspberry
It's a
was
tropical fruit.
but it's not a mango, which is the tropical.
Wait. Did somebody say mango? We just missed it?
Yeah, it was the first one I said.
Oh my goodness.
when was this? It is.
It's
When
fine
was
because
this? It is.
Wait,
because it's not your fault because I didn't say the official name because I don't know the official name. So
It's
Wait,
the
it is
heroine's
the hair that
tear.
was-
Heroin's tear.
oh, I wouldn't have gotten that. So points.
Well, pretend that was the
points
first
for
time you said it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, this means I have to go back and play Pikmin 3 All Fruits and actually watch the cutscenes.
Yeah.
That's what this is telling me.
I have no clue about that question.
That'll be 15 seconds for Cap.
Yeah, you can take that.
Yeah, I didn't really know either. I'm just naming every single fruit.
Name
We
every
named a lot of
fruit.
fruits.
Yeah,
If
good.
anybody in chat
Good on
didn't
y'all.
know their fruits, then now you do.
Now you do. Also, now you guys know that
I like-
the stuff that's
Alright,
like a
sorry,
fruit
go
or a
ahead.
vegetable. is always-
So why were you blowing yourself up with the...
Oh yeah,
Bombs.
I didn't want to interrupt like the
intense
you know,
conversation.
the intense conversation on fruits. So night missions are, this very cool mechanic, but it turns out that Dingo, just like how Dingo can save us in the Dandori battles, Dingo can also help us do these night missions a little bit faster. Because a lot of the times these night missions are pretty long. Unfortunately, in order to do the night missions, you have to die. And dying on the first mission is actually really hard because it's really easy and therefore does not lend itself to fast dying. So the fastest way of draining your HP and triggering Dingo is actually to blow yourself up a lot. It's just the fastest
Interesting.
way. It's actually just the fastest way of, it's a weird thing that we had to hyper optimize. It's like, okay, it is totally faster to like destroy yourself to get Dingo to do this for you. But it's faster to let Dingo do this for you, but like how do you like actually like get you and Ochi down to 0 HP as fast as possible? And the answer is weirdly just it's kind of weirdly just to just use the bombs, which is kind of fun. So it's part of the route now, stuff like ice bombs and bomb rocks and stuff. In Cure Ochi, we like actually really tightly route like the items that we can buy, because it turns out that those items actually like really help enable some really fast strats. Because the items are pretty broken. Casually, it's really easy to just not really do that much with them, but they're actually pretty dang useful, all things considered. So yeah, I mean that's I'm currently entering in the area where we find Olimar, our good friend.
Wow. This is the 5th area?
4th actually. There's 6 total though.
4th.
Then the 5th is the first area you unlock in post game, and then the last area is the last area,
Right.
which you also unlock.
Assuming I get all the cards here.
Yeah. No, you actually don't. But
Really?
So, yes, but this is a good time to actually quickly bring up how the cards work, because it's very easy to not know how the cards work. So, there's only 8 possible digits, because it can never be 0. So it turns out that there's actually only 1 through 9. Which is, sorry, 9 digits, not 8, sorry. Instead of 10, versus 10. I'm actually remembering I get 4. Ghostly will have a different code, by the way. But I out-remember 4.
The code is random.
Mm-hmm. That it is. And so it's random, but then, of course, that's why we have to remember all of the different rules. So the code is random, so we have to basically guess the code. Now, you don't have to guess the code if you get all the cards. But getting all the cards is unfortunately kind of slow. And if I miss this cycle, I'm going to be mad. But basically, so it can only take 9 values, because it can't be 0. And there can be no repeat digits. So once you know one value, you know it can't be... I just missed this. I'm gonna cry. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. I just made a huge error. It's fine. But anyways, sorry, not to distract myself. So you can basically, once you know one value of the code, it basically decreases the number of total options there are for every other entry. So it helps narrow some stuff down. Which is nice. But yeah,
Wait, so are there other rules, or is that the one rule?
That's the big one, right? But what it means, once you get 2 of the numbers, you only have to check like 6 codes.
Yeah. Okay, so you get 2 of them, not 1 of them.
Right, in this run. In other runs, we actually get even less. We only get 1, but even then, if you only get 1 card, there's still only like 56 combinations.
Yeah.
Which is obviously like a lot of combinations still, but it's a different vibe than
It's better than 100.
That it is.
And it's much better than 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So like it only nominally takes, even in the worst case, it only nominally takes like 45 seconds to check all the codes, if you only have 1. It takes obviously even less. That's 3. So 3 and 4. So those are my numbers. Ghostly will have invariably different numbers. That's what I teach but yeah, so in this category, it's nice because it's not RNG, honestly. So like that's the nice part, is that you actually don't have to suffer that much. A
little bit of RNG, but not like critically RNG.
Yeah, it's honestly, for all intents and purposes, we would just say that it's basically eliminated. Because it just doesn't really matter that much. Because it takes like seconds to cycle through like 5 codes, or just even 1 code wheel. So it's sorry.
Did they keep bringing? Like, so you charged them at the calculator and then went into the dungeon. Did they finish bringing back the...
Nope, it's on the ground. I know where it is, though. So when you enter a cave in the middle of a task, if you enter a cave in the middle of the task, the Pikmin just, like, the treasure will just stop where it is. So if they're in the middle of carrying it, I was just making sure that it was off the couch. So it was on the couch. I just waited to make sure that it was off the couch, and then I went through there.
Also, speaking of this dungeon,
yeah,
what is the Japanese name of the bearded amp rat?
Oh.
I have
would know. Yossi's gonna know before I do.
It is a person's. It is like a human name.
Oh.
Is it something about
Chuck Norris?
No, it's just a single name.
Oh. Bill.
Really close.
Richard.
Less close.
No. Billy.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
30 seconds for Cap. I don't know why they're called. I mean, I feel like it kind of works.
Yeah,
if you look at them.
Yeah, I know for sure. I see it. I was just thinking of. I don't even know. I was leaning more towards Richard because I'm like, who has a beard? Because it's a bearded amp rat. So I'm like really going in on like the beard element of it, right? I'm like, where's the beard?
I feel like that's like the reasoning.
Yeah, no, Billy. I guess Billy. Well, see, I think Bill is more adult. I was sitting here to think about. I would pick
Isn't it like
Bill.
very like some kind of like a Southern name or something?
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
I mean, it makes sense why you have
Yeah.
all that fur.
Yeah.
So you said we have to get 2 castaways in the 4th map, right?
You
Or is it
actually
the
have to
5th
get
map you need
0.
to?
All you have to do is rescue Olmar. You actually need to get him in the 5th area. The 4th area is like weirdly. I mean, so in order to unlock the 5th area, of course, you need to have 11,000 spark. So you only need 7,000 to unlock this area where you get to Olmar. But we're getting more than 7,000 because we want to make it so that when we get Olmar, we have 11. So we can basically immediately move to the next area.
So that's the purpose of doing this dungeon here.
Yeah.
Just for spark.
Yeah, exactly. So castaways now don't matter. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like in that, castaways don't matter in the sense that, like we only have to rescue Olimar, but like in Hero's Hideaway, we don't have to get the castaways. It's also kind of nice in that, so like also we can leave an area early and just take the spark and run. So that's actually what we do. Because like we don't actually need to complete the entire cave because we don't actually, this is not an all treasures run, so we don't actually need all the treasures. So we basically just get like the most expensive treasures and get out, and we don't need the castaway.
That makes sense.
And we don't need stuff. And I mean that's the thing that we're talking about, right? Because it's just like, oh well, if we don't need a castaway in this cave, we can leave early, right? And so like that's why it's really interesting because you're routing in, you have to get X number of treasures and X number of castaways. And it basically completely changes like kind of the calculus on what you're thinking of doing. So I think that's like a really large part of it for sure. But yeah, I mean that's I think like what's really cool about routing in this game is there is like a lot of stuff that you can like that you have to think about a little bit, which I think is interesting. Where the routing is very complicated in the what some would call the near 100% category, which is all areas 100%, where you have to get all of the onions, treasures, and castaways. It's a much longer category, but like no one can decide on a route for that because there's so many different ways of routing everything. In any case, I have a good memory, so I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and we just cycle. Give me, there it is.
Oh, that's not that. Okay. I didn't realize you could just spam it and you have to wait.
That's what I mean, where it's not even that RNG, You can spam it pretty fast and it'll tell you where it's done. So, for all intents and purposes, this isn't, it's basically no RNG to only get 2 cards. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's not too bad. I can see how 1 card would kind of suck, but 2 cards really not bad.
Yeah.
So now we're in a deathmatch.
Well, while you're, you actually, I assume you actually have to win this.
Unfortunately, because this is plot relevant, I have to actually beat this guy fair and square for the plot.
All right, well, it's esports here, and this is now secretly an episode of Game Masters.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring too, to be honest.
We are for better or for worse much better at Pikmin than our colleague. We call him Dandorimar to separate him from Olomar. He is Dandori. Yes.
Well, while you're working on that, what is Hakotate a reference to?
Oh, is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry.
Is it not? I thought it was.
Oh, it totally could be. I always just called it Hokute.
It's probably a Hokotate.
Yeah.
That's me.
Did I say ha?
Yeah.
No.
I goofed up.
No,
it is.
I'm willing to concede being wrong. That's on me for sure. It's a reference to something. Is it locomotive? Is it locomotive? Like locomotive?
It is not. I will say, as a starter hint for this, it is a reference to something Nintendo related.
Oh, that's
Or rather,
helpful.
something like of note, or something that Nintendo cares about, I guess, is what I would say.
That Nintendo cares about. If it's a reference to another Nintendo game, I already thought of it.
There's
It's not a reference to a game. It is a reference to something in real life.
Oh, in real life. Okay. That is actually helpful. I don't know if I'll get it, but it's at least helpful. Well, okay, it's in real life. Hokatate. Promotion? No, that's not. I'm looking for like a word. Okay. This one is really hard. I just gotta think about like even a general direction. Okay, actually global, like, okay, Hokatate is a Russian system.
It is
Yeah, but
definitely
it's
it's
not a
very
person.
relevant to Nintendo. It's not a person.
Not a person. Very relevant to Nintendo. Is it a reference to a? Is it a reference to a place? Is it like where like Nintendo was founded?
Very close. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know
Not where they were
okay.
founded.
Well, sure. Well, good news, bad news that makes a lot of sense to me. The bad news being I don't know. I need to know more locations in Japan, presumably.
It is a location in Japan. Why is it? What location in Japan? What are might be relevant to Nintendo?
Oh, is it Tokyo?
Probably Tokyo, I think. Is it?
No.
Yeah,
This location is not in Tokyo.
Oh, this location is like so. It's not a city. It's a place in it. Not in Tokyo. Well, I have a better sense of the answer. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I have no clue for that question.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of
Y'all are so close.
Where they were founded is incredibly close.
Yeah,
But it is not where they were founded.
It's not where they were founded. It's like where their office building. I mean,
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is
I have
part of
10
the
seconds for
address. Part of the address of their headquarters.
Oh.
11-1 Kamitoma Hokotate Cho
In Kyoto.
in Kyoto.
That's crazy. Oh, in Kyoto.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyoto. There you go. Makes sense now. Yeah, the more you know. That's cool. Well, that's a good question. I had an idea, but like that's a hard question for sure.
Who's got another one for us?
Yeah. What determines the color of the mist in the save game selection menu orbs in Pikmin 2?
What Pikmin color you have the most of?
That's right.
That's right. 10 seconds for Cap.
Yeah. If it's Pikmin 2, I have the upgrade that I've spent too many hours playing Pikmin 2. which is somehow possible. I didn't think it was possible, but it somehow is.
How about this one, which is not Pikmin 2?
Uh,
The names of all 5 areas in Pikmin 3 share what trait?
they all have adjectives. Sorry.
That might be true, but that's not what we're looking for.
I know.
What obscure trait?
Obscure trait in Pikmin 3.
just on the names of all 5 areas.
5 areas. Is there like some kind of terrain?
No, it has to do with the names themselves, Ghostly. It's like,
Right,
a
yes.
linguistic thing.
Yep.
Okay, so there's Garden of Hope, Tropical Wilds. Just trying to think of what even these places have in common.
So like distant tundra.
Right. Distant
and then
tundra.
like river.
But is it? I mean, like my question is first, does it have to do with the tundra or the distance? That's the first thing to figure out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's always important to figure out. So if we go with that, one would presume distant. You see, I don't know if the adjectives themselves are a good litmus test, because those could be anything. Because there's the adjectives like Garden of Hope, like there's hope and then there's distant. I don't know if that's a good place to start. Do they all share a word with it, like a Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2 area? I mean, that also might be true. I don't know if that's
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but that's not. It's more of a. Trying to think of how to. I guess it's more of like a meta thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's a tough one.
More of a meta thing. Okay. I can look at that. Meta. What is about their names? They have the same number of syllables. That's not true at all. I don't know why I said that. I'm thinking a lot.
That was pretty close, though. Kind of.
They have the same
But
number of vowels.
No, it is something like that, though. In a way.
Lord.
It is something to do with, like, the names and... something like that.
Yeah. It's something about the names themselves. Oh jeez. This is interesting. Yeah, what is it about that? It's a good question. Okay, so it's not the same number of syllables, but it's like the same. Is it the same number of letters?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They're all 14 characters long, including spaces. Yeah.
Oh,
10 seconds for Cap.
Including spaces,
Okay.
they are all 14 characters.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow. I'm surprised.
I guess
about
that was intentional. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's just,
Maybe they only
like,
had
very hard
14
to
spaces to like put it. Oh, sorry. What were you saying, Ghostly?
That's like very hard to tell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I had to like count them to check before I made the
Manually
question.
verify.
I don't think like we really had to count how many letters.
Yeah.
but area.
You know, like sometimes when I'm thinking of these answers, like I don't even know. It's like, you know, you play enough Jeopardy,
Right.
and like once you know the genre of the answer, you can just kind of guess. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Gotta
what
play the game.
the-
You're playing the game itself.
You play the hot and cold game, basically.
yeah. No, yeah, that's interesting. No, I bet it also is one of those things. You know, sometimes when you're like an RPG and you're making your name, you only have a certain number of spaces. I wonder if it was like that when they were making their when they
Oh,
were
it could be.
brainstorming their names, where they're just like, okay, you have
Maybe.
14 characters to like put in the code to make it, because you don't want to make it too long, right?
Right.
And so maybe
Yeah,
they're
maybe.
just like, you know, well, especially with like the localization. Because I mean, you know, I don't know exactly how much of a direct translation it is from like the Japanese characters, for example.
Right.
So like that's part of it.
Yeah, it could just be a localization, sort of. Like they were having some fun with it.
In any case, yeah, with Olmar, now I have to go cure the dog. So that's the thing that I have to do now. Kiroshi. We got to do it. Cure the dog.
That's what I've heard.
Before we cure the dog, we have to go get a whole bunch.
Any Ochi fans in chat, let
Oh
it
my
be
God.
known.
Speak up now. And
Press
also
one.
speak up
Speak up.
later.
And or don't press
And also answer this trivia question.
one.
What 4 games have discs in Pikmin 2's code intended to be used as treasures, but never actually added to the world?
4 discs?
Yeah.
Is it like an actual disc?
Okay, so you know how in Pikmin 4 there's the cartridge? Like there's cartridges for certain games?
Basically, so you're asking what the games would be theoretically, were they to
Correct.
exist.
Yeah.
Is it
They're in
Where
the
they
game,
haven't been
but they're not
added because they're in the
game.
code base.
Right.
Wait, is it
Super Mario
Luigi's
Sunshine, Luigi's
Mansion?
Mansion. Or either
That's
of
2 of
those?
them.
That's
Oh,
two.
that is 2.
That's 2?
Oh.
There's 2 more.
So okay, so they have to be games before 2004, right? That's a good start. So they have to be before
Is it-
2004.
Wait, is it Super Mario Sunshine?
Yeah, I got that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did? Oh. Because I got the Luigi's Mansion, I think.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then there's 2 other ones.
Yeah.
Is it
Why don't
Animal
we-
Crossing?
It was not Animal Crossing.
Okay,
That's not what it
so
is. Super Smash
Yeah.
Brothers Melee.
Nope.
No. Also not a bad guess.
Kirby Air Ride.
Nope. Great
It-
game.
is it
Oh,
Metroid
yeah.
Prime?
So
What'd you say, Ghostly?
Is it Metroid Prime?
Not
No.
Metroid Prime.
Oh.
Also
Okay,
good
so
game though.
it has to be before 2004, I think.
I mean, it has
That's
to be.
correct.
'Cause
Right,
That's
yeah.
what Pikmin. That's what Pikmin will.
Well, not necessarily. It could have been things in development, but they're not. I will say they are not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are definitely.
It'd be very clever if they were able to. It would be pretty weird if they were able to. Play
Teasers
games.
for like Pikmin 3.
Yeah, I know. Teasers. Spoiler. All right. What is other games that are generally popular? Is it God, I don't know when did Twilight Princess come out? That's a little bit
That's
too
2000.
big.
After, yeah, that came out in
Yeah.
06, I think. Or
Yeah.
05.
Figures, as it were. Animal Crossing was a guess. What, and Ghostly already guessed Metroid Prime, so I'm presuming that's
That's
also
correct.
not the answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other famous GameCube games.
Yeah, there aren't too many more. It was the
Yeah.
GameCube.
Wait, is it Zelda the Wind Waker?
That is
That's one of them.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to think of like popular first part. I mean, you had a certain number of games, but also like a lot of it is like stuff that also Nintendo didn't publish. So it's
Think about
hard.
games that released for like their first version, the first edition in the series released on the GameCube.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just, it's a good hint.
is-
I'm just drawing it back.
This is easier than you think it is.
I think this is probably
No.
the easiest one you can get.
Pikmin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Fair enough. You were correct.
15 seconds for Cap.
5
seconds for Ghostly.
Ghostly was the only Ghostly got
It was just Pikmin.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, that would make sense when you say it like that.
Now, in the canon of the game's lore, that's complicated, right? So that implies that the world of Pikmin is both real and fictional within its own
interesting
existence.
Maybe it's like The Sims.
Yeah.
Ooh, could be.
Pikmin 1 simulator.
Oh Lord.
What if Pikmin 1 is about being a really, really large person who, instead of controlling little plants, controls just yourself? And it's just like life. I didn't really think this one through.
Hey, no, cook. I'm here for it.
I don't know if you want to.
No, you're just getting the good part. I can feel it.
What if Pikmin 1 in the world of Pikmin 1 is just The Sims? And then in The Sims, Pikmin is Pikmin.
Oh god. Any case,
Moving on.
yeah.
Moving on. Dot.
Yeah,
All right, this
sorry.
one.
No.
This one's
Good.
interesting.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm
In late 2015, the google.com domain was accidentally put up for sale and was purchased. How much did it sell for?
It's either something comically high or comically low. I'm not yet decided. Wait. Let's see. Like, okay, why don't we just start with like something comically low because it was accidentally put up for sale. Like, it's like $1,000 too much or too low.
That is too much.
Too much.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something comically low. Okay.
I think
Fair
this
enough.
is the same amount that I pay for the domain that I have.
Hell yeah. $87.
Much.
Too much. Okay. Fair enough still. Huh. $25.
Too much.
Okay, well, in 2023, in the city I used to live, a Chipotle burrito was, a veggie Chipotle burrito was somewhere between, like $8 and $9. Why don't we say like $8.50?
Too little.
Too little. All right. Too a little too close to the sun. That happens. Sometimes we all do that. A little
More
bit too
than a
close to the sun.
Chipotle burrito, smaller than a bread box.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
How much are bread boxes?
I don't know. We gotta find like old Prices Right episodes to find out. Ghostly, got any guesses?
It's just a dollar amount between 25 and 9.
Yep.
I would say, is it like 350?
No, like
That is not between 25 and 9.
$25 and $9, Ghostly. Less than 25.
Oh, less than 25?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like 15.
Too much. Apparently, we're just gonna make you be exact on this one, I guess.
Okay, got
You're
it. Okay, fine.
You're already within 5, so.
Yeah, I mean, 13.50.
Nope.
Is it 20?
Nope.
Less.
Less than 15. Somehow. 11.23.
It is between
More.
11.23 and 13.50.
Is it 12.50?
Less.
We are zeroing in on this value.
Oh, you have to be so specific with that.
Yeah, we do. It's okay. So 12.23.
Less.
$11.99.
More.
What?
Um,
1203, 1204, 1205, 1206.
is it
1201.
11.99?
Less.
So what'd you
Well,
say?
Is it 11.99?
No, it is
No, it
12
was
flat.
$12. That is, I don't. That's 1 second for Cap.
that should be. That should be.
I do like how you said 11.99 and 12.01 before 12. It was bought by an ex-employee who kind of just was looking for it, or he wasn't like looking for it, but like he saw it and he was like, that'd be interesting to try and buy because he expected it to not go through because it's google.com, right? And then he bought it.
Give that. That's pretty funny.
He had it for about a minute, and then Google got it back, and they were like, they were going to pay him $6,006.13, which kind of looks like Google. If you,
I guess Googie.
Googie.
Yeah,
Apparently
I get it.
Google wrote a blog post about it, and they specifically said, squint a little and you'll see it.
Okay.
And then I guess they doubled it and donated it to a charity that the person who purchased it of his choice. So, good ending.
Yeah. Good ending. Yeah.
But yeah, $12 to buy Google. So,
Pretty good deal.
yeah. I mean, for a minute, I don't know, but
I believe there were 2 that I wanted to make sure we got to.
okay.
Where is it? Okay, one of them is this one.
Yeah, I like this one.
As of writing, what is the #1 best seller on Amazon for clothing, shoes, and jewelry?
Sheen.
It is still #1. I just checked.
Not
The number-
jeans.
Wait, is it an
top
item
selling
or a
product.
company? A product. Clothes.
It's
and
a little bit of
jewelry.
both.
A bit of both. It's a bit. I would say it's both.
Clothes,
Sure.
shoes, and jewelry.
Is it like
Vans.
Not Vans. What'd you say, Ghostly?
It does it have to be like something specific, like. say, like,
Yes, but for a good reason. It is a specific thing that you'll probably know about.
Like Converse.
Right, something
Not
like
Converse.
that. But it is not
Wait,
that.
something like that, but not Converse. Okay. Okay. So on that note, usually you say something after you say something. Okay. What is a popular thing that is a thing that people wear?
It's a very popular thing.
Yeah. No. I mean, understandable.
They have whole stores for them.
Man, this is one of those where I ostensibly that should be helpful. Okay, the whole store's wrong. That's why I was thinking like Vans or Converse, but it's not those. So it's fine.
You're close.
Yeah, it's is it like Jordans, like Air Jordans?
No.
No.
So not shoes. I like shoes. Because branding wise, shoes seems really powerful. I'm thinking. Trying to use my brain.
Is it Apple Watch?
Nope. I don't
Apple
actually know if
Watch
that's
was-
listed as a jewelry. It would make sense for it to be, but it also, I bet it's under tech.
It is probably
But not a
something-
bad guess.
Yeah.
No, that's a solid guess actually.
I mean, is it very have to be expensive because of how popular?
Yeah,
It is definitely not expensive.
I see. Interesting. Huh.
Is
Okay.
it wait. Okay, so
Okay,
I was thinking
so-
it was like an iPhone, but it's not one of those categories. So.
No, because it has to be
Right.
like a piece of clothing, I think.
Right.
Otherwise, it's not gonna make too much sense. So here's what I think. I'm living, so I'm trying to think like rapidly about what the heck this even could be. Clothing is a tricky one for sure.
You were on the right track before.
Yeah.
Okay, is it like something?
Crocs.
Something like
Crocs.
Crocs is right.
It is
Yeah, let's go Crocs.
I thought. I was
15
thinking,
seconds
I was thinking it was
for Cap.
Crocs, but I didn't think it would be that much popular then.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
You
It
gotta-
is the
gotta
number
People
one.
love Crocs.
People
Apparently
want
10,000 have been
those.
sold in the past month. 10,000 plus,
A lot.
but I don't know if that's their just highest
Yeah, I don't
value
know.
or if they do
A
100K.
lot of Crocs. Let's see if we can find this out.
Crocs, baby.
How many Crocs are sold a day?
How many Crocs could a woodchuck chuck?
They sell 100 million pairs of shoes a year.
Wow.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's a couple.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
some.
I don't wear Crocs, but I didn't think it would be that much popular.
Someone does.
Right. And then, like, the number 2 bestseller is just a set of t-shirts. So, Crocs are a lot more fun.
Yeah, Crocs are more fun than set of t-shirts. They convinced me of that at the very least.
Yeah, I was looking because I wanted to see if they had, like, a number 1 bestseller on the entire site. And then I saw Crocs. I'm like, no, that's perfect. That's all we need.
Yeah, for sure.
We love every opportunity we get to ask questions about Crocs on this show.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, I think this is the first time.
I think it's the
As-
first Croc question.
As
For
you,
now.
As you should. You know, I get it. It's sometimes probably hard to make questions as Croc related as they should be, but they should be for sure. Put some respect on my Crocky bones. Is what I'm trying to say.
On a non-Crocs note, what are the 3 enemies that will not attack in the Piccolopedia in Pikmin 2?
3 enemies that will not attack.
Does it have to be like a specific name?
Yes,
Yeah.
the tights.
3
Okay.
specific enemies.
Okay, so it's the Unspectacle.
Unmarked speculates.
Yeah, that butterfly
No.
name. Yeah.
Oh, are we not counting those? Okay. How about the ravenous whisker pillar?
Or the female
No.
shear glove.
Nope.
There's neither of them.
Female sugar grub that won't attack. Oh, I understand. Maybe. I still don't know the answer.
So it's like when you throw the carrots at them.
What about Dweevils?
Which one?
Which?
Well, gosh, I mean, would it be like, I was thinking like the fiery Dweevil, right? Can those
Is
kill them?
Voltile Dweevo?
Fiery Dweevils, Munch
Sorry?
Dweevils?
Neither of those.
Munch then.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Caustic Weevil?
Nope. Chat's gotten this one, which makes me feel infinitely more confident right now.
Oh, well, gosh. I mean, it would be Titan then, right? Because he's just a flabby, looking like Mr. Krabs without the shell
Correct.
mess in there. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait,
That
so
is
that's
one of them.
one of them. right?
Yeah.
What about the swooping snitch bug?
Nope.
No.
Oh gosh, it's okay. No, what's the enemy that you need to get to notice you? Because you can't get enemies. It's Crobster. It's
Which one?
there's only the segmented one. Sorry.
Okay, that's correct. There are a lot of Dweevils, so I
Oh.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, I know.
Empress
There's only one
Bowback.
segmented Crobster. Sorry. Yeah. No,
Is it Empress
good.
Bowbacks?
What'd you say?
Empress Bowbacks?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
figured
it.
was
That's
that
3. 10 seconds for Cap and 5 seconds for Ghostly.
One. Alright.
Yeah,
That was
good
pretty
job, Chris.
tricky.
I probably wouldn't have gone Empress, so that's a good shout.
Yeah. That's something very snapped into me.
Yeah, no.
Let's just keep it going.
Heck yeah. That's what we're here for.
This one's hard.
Hit us.
Let's not do that one.
Let's
do
not.
this one.
Or don't
What is
hit
the
us.
max? What is the max speed of a winged Pikmin when on an expedition? I'm starting over. What is the max speed of a winged Pikmin when on an expedition in Pikmin Bloom?
Oh gosh, that's a question. That is a question of all time.
Okay, so I did use Pikmin Bloom, but because I don't pay attention on when like Pikmin is traveling, yeah, that's pretty tricky.
It is. Ghostly, what are the units of speed in Pikmin Bloom?
What is it?
Would the answer be in miles per hour?
You could do either miles per hour or meters per second. I've converted
Meters per
it.
second. All right, yeah.
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 Because the thing is, the more Pikmin you have, the more it gets, it gets faster. So.
Sure, but Ghostly, ours just be like a little bit slower because winged Pikmin are a little bit slower than like normal Pikmin, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So what's like a normal Pikmin speed? Do we know at all? Is it 5 miles per hour?
I would say it would be like a minute, I think.
Well, it'd have to be like miles per hour, right? Because it'd be the travel time. Would it be 60 miles an hour? That sounds really big.
It is slower than 60 miles per hour.
That would make sense to me. Yeah, 30 meters per second. So what would it be? I'll just because it's Nintendo, right? So they're Japanese, which means they would use SIS, which is why they're using meters per second. So what would they say? Would it be like, gosh, like 2 meters per second? Maybe.
Much more than 2 meters per second.
Okay, more than 2 meters per second.
They're actually pretty fast.
They are very quick.
Okay, they're zooming. What about 22 meters per second?
Slower.
Closer.
Close,
All right.
though.
Yeah. Ghostly, what's the number between 10 and 20?
Wait, what did you say?
What's the number between 10 and 20? Because I think that's roughly what the meters per second are.
Okay, it would be like 15?
More than 15.
Okay.
Less than 22.
16. 17.
17.
Continue.
No, none of those.
20.
It is
20's
20.
right. 5
It was
seconds
20?
for cap. That's 44 miles per hour.
That's fast.
That is
Apparently,
fast.
it's only when they're the only type on the expedition. They fly to the object at 20 meters per second and carry it back between 5 and 10 meters per second, depending on how many were sent. But they can travel at 20 meters per second at some point.
I see. Interesting. The more you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Physics,
to know more about that.
Sometimes you just have to start guessing the numbers, you know? Once you get a number range, you just gotta start
Name
saying
every number.
I mean, you just have to guess every time for these numbers.
Oh, you're a fan of numbers? Name every number then.
Name every number.
Oh no.
Hey, speaking of numbers, let's just do more numbers.
Oh boy.
Oh, gee.
How many crash landings has the asteroid field surrounding PNF 404 caused?
Let's count them up. So we got 1 in Pikmin 1. We got ostensibly 1 in Pikmin 2. Geez. It's hard, right? Because Pikmin 3, of course, implies that there's one with Captain Olimar, but in Pikmin 3, you don't explicitly see that crash. But it implies that there is one, so I'm going to count that. And then, of course, there's the Drake, which that's 2, so it's 4 up to 4 so far. Pikmin 4 is awkward because it kind of has its own canon. So within that, you could argue that there's like the Olimar crash, and then the rest of the 4 crash. And we're not going to count all the castaways as individual crashes because I think that's kind of toxic. So why don't we say 7?
Well,
Unless
so yeah, it depends on the number of crashed ships, not the number of crashed castaways total.
right.
Wait, so we're gonna include Pikmin 4, right?
Yes.
Is that about like 8?
Is more than 8.
More than 8.
Crash ships. No, because it's not the number of castaways, but there still is a number of ships. So
Yeah.
would it be like 14?
More than 14.
Is it 20?
More than 20, but you're getting very close.
Oh, jeez. Hard.
Is it 25?
Fewer.
Just start counting down. Is it like 24?
I mean,
Nope.
when it comes, like I said, when it comes to numbers, I have to guess.
Yeah, well, just
Yeah.
start guessing.
Yep.
Yeah, just start counting down from 25. So it's not 24. So then what, 23?
Nope.
Is it 22?
Nope.
Nope.
Ghostly, you want to guess a little lower than that? Let's see where close anyway.
It's between 20 and 22.
21.
Yeah.
Yay! 10 seconds for Ghostly. Yeah, so
geez.
Olimar has crashed 3 times. Louis has crashed once. That's 4. Elf, Brittany, and Charlie all crash in Pikmin 3. So that's 7.
I see.
In Pikmin 4, the SS Shepherd for 8. York, Don Bergman, and Nell makes 9. The TV crew is 10. The researchers is 11. The tourist group is 12. The real estate is 13. The telecom company is 14. And then, actually, I think Elf, Brittany, and Charlie all crashed in one ship. Is that right?
Yes.
They all crashed individually.
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks like it's all
Yeah.
together.
No,
Yeah, so
because
track 2.
because the Drake crashes, right?
Yeah.
You said it was the ship.
Yeah. So I messed up on that one. But then there are 9 individual travelers that all crashed because Pikmin 4 story is everybody going, oh, Olimar crashed. We better go check it out.
Right. No, it makes complete
So-
sense.
21 ship crashes and 56 individuals. Just don't go there.
Yeah, just stop.
Just stop going to PNF 404.
I feel like Olimar should be smart about that.
Yeah, really.
You would think so, unfortunately.
Well,
Not
Olimar
everyone.
just keeps being sent there by work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a victim.
True.
I mean, it's President's fault for that. Except Pikmin 1. It was probably like, unconscious.
Let's do this one. Boost, if you could.
I could.
Whoa.
What are the 3 bosses in Pikmin 2 to have their own music?
The Waterway,
That is
That's one of them.
the Titan
Titan.
Evo,
That's
Yep.
2.
He goes to beat me too. That you get
Titan
that.
Bedbug.
Yep.
Yep,
That's
Redbug is
3.
the 3rd one.
30 seconds for Ghostly.
Yeah. Okay. That's the
I knew that one.
Nice.
That's another one where this is one of those questions where it's like this is either one that you don't think about or one that you just immediately get, and I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's easy to overthink. But like Titan's like a low-hanging fruit one. Sometimes it's easy to forget. Like, oh yes, obviously the boss will have like his own
Yeah.
boss theme. right? Which is sometimes people would just like maybe like overthink it and try to think of like weird like non-boss like bugs that have their own theme. And it's like no, it's obviously just like 3 bosses in particular that happen like that.
So what are we, so right now it's just about getting that Sparklium?
Well, okay.
Or is it, wait, it's a 13 or 17 was the goal?
So I'm currently in the last cave. So
okay.
so Sparklium is no longer a concern. We're just racing to the finish.
I couldn't remember if it was 13 or 17.
Yeah, well, 17 would be a lot, but yeah, we're currently in the business of getting currently in the business of getting a whole bunch of so we're in Cavern for a King, which is supposed to be the last cave. It doesn't have to be, but it's supposed to be. So it's basically 20 sub-levels. And we don't have to collect any treasure because we just need to get to the bottom where the final boss is. So this is basically just a boss rush for all intents and purposes.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, it is kind of fun. Especially because some of these levels are very cool. I accidentally killed Ochi on the previous floor, so we were talking about scrummy bones earlier. And during some downtime, this will be a good spot to maybe throw a scrummy bone. Not yet, though. Ochi has a job to do, and I don't have the time to heal him. So he's just gonna have to be a
He'll be okay. He's tough.
Yeah, thanks God. In this case, literally. What a good dude.
All right. Man, they really do hit hard with the
for real.
The spray, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do really hit hard on spray. And another item that we use a lot is the lightning. And so the lightning also, which stuns the enemies, so you can basically hit an enemy really hard and then stun it so it can't move. And obviously that's something that we employ in the run. Especially you'll see that a lot with the last boss. Actually, spoiler alert. So
is the last boss who I expect it to be?
Probably. Depends on who you expect it to be. I think so.
It's Olimar.
It's Olimar again.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
Speaking of Olimar, what does the positron generator do?
I mean, I'm assuming it can't generate positrons.
Okay, well,
is it like a battery for the spaceship?
It is not battery. So specifically, Olimar mentions in his logs a specific thing that he uses it for.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard for me.
Yeah. Is it for shielding?
It is not. It is for something mundane.
Is it to make his coffee?
Close.
That's really close.
Microwave.
Close.
Is it to some kind of like a space heater?
It is heating a space sort of something.
Cockpit heater.
Nope. You were closer with coffee. He is heating some sort of space food.
Oh, I see. Pick carrots.
Nope.
I suppose that is a space food.
Well, Louis ate all those, so we need to do something else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My bad. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Is it is it like a toaster?
That's a good guess.
No.
It is used to heat up some sort of food.
But I don't know what kind of food, guys.
Yeah. I think that's what we have to get. Yeah. All right. So
it is so.
Yes.
You said heat up coffee. I said that was very close.
So I'm putting the liquid. Yeah, I'm genuine.
If this would be extra useful if Olimar was in college.
I said space heater, but
instant noodles.
Ramen. Yep.
That's correct.
It is to heat up instant space noodles.
Ah, my only
Oh.
weakness: instant space noodles.
Spaced 10 seconds for Cap.
Yeah, that's pretty tricky.
Yeah,
And,
that's
it was that was one where it's just like, I don't know why you would know this, but it is
Yeah,
fun.
right.
that.
It's
Hey,
kinda
no,
just-
it's fun.
Yeah.
Cannot deny that it's fun.
Yeah, in the logs, it is, I found the positron generator. By combining its batteries with solar cells, this machine can generate incredible amounts of electricity. What a timely find. Those instant space noodles will taste better when heated up. Great.
Why
Yeah,
would they talk about space noodles?
I like that this implies he's just been eating them cold the whole time. That's so sad. Poor
I
Omar.
feel like
Omar is
he's pretty full about it.
vibing with his now very cold instant space noodles. Honestly, this is, as someone who cares a lot about his Pikmin lore, this is very important information to me.
You're welcome.
Now
yeah,
you know.
thank you. I am now forever in your debt. But unironically.
Hey, more Pikmin lore. The scientific name of purple Pikmin, Pikminidae yokozuna, is a reference to what sport?
Can you say the name again? Can you repeat that?
Pikminidae yokozuna.
Reference to a sport of some kind, which I choose to believe.
This is actually secretly a question for former Hotfix showrunner Amerlin.
True.
Oh, nice.
He's a very big fan of this sport.
Javelin throw. No, it doesn't.
Is it sumo wrestling?
It is
That's
sumo
right.
wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
20 seconds for
I can
Ghostly.
tell it might be that one because of purple Pikmin and the first appearance.
Ooh,
True.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's smart. Wise.
Yokozuna, which is pretty on the nose for the second word, is the highest rank in sumo wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
So,
The more you know. Because I didn't. So, as you can see in this cave, a combination between ice Pikmin and spices are pretty good. by the way.
Ice Pikmin are so good.
Yeah. I have just frozen the enemy. So in Pikmin 2, as some of you may or may not know, there are things called bitter sprays. These are known to be quite good. Ice Pikmin are basically just like weaponized Pikmin bitter sprays. So they took the most broken thing in Pikmin 2 and they're like, what if we made this a reusable Pikmin? And it's like, oh, I guess that is kind of broken, huh?
I used Ice Pikmin a whole lot
As you should.
casually, just because
yeah.
they seem really good. What's everyone's favorite type of Pikmin?
White Pikmin for sure. Only because of my Pikmin 2 background and they're like the backbone of the speedrun.
any of the ones that aren't in Smash.
purple. Because I also like
Diamonds.
Pikmin 2 as well.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ghostly?
Mine is purple Pikmin. Because of
Yeah.
Purple. Is, yeah.
Purple
I'm a big
Rover.
rock Pikmin fan.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love the rock Pikmin so much.
I do like the rocks have like this little bit of this derpy energy that I think is really good. I like that a lot. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so in the boss rush, you just see that like a really large like way of doing it is like a lot of it is just like freeze the enemy and then like beat it to death with spices. Except for the enemy that I'm about to face, in which we couldn't figure out a good way of doing it, so it's what if we just bought like 5 bombs and just hit them really hard. Which is what I'm about to do. Because some of these bosses are kind of annoying to do fast, but we do have the power of bombs. So there you go.
Bombs?
Oh.
Bombs.
Blow up. That's not
Speaking
good.
of fighting enemies in a
Speaking
bunch
of
big
Pikmin.
cave. Speaking of Pikmin. In an official Japanese poll conducted after the release of Pikmin 2, what was the most popular Bulborb enemy?
Is it Red Bull Boy?
Not the red Bulborb.
I was
Body Bull Bear?
Which one?
Body Bull
Body
Bear?
Bull Bear.
Nope.
Favorite Pikmin 2 enemy? Or Pikmin 1 enemy?
Pikmin 2 Bulborb. Type.
Pikmin 2
Most
Bulb, Orange
popular.
Bulb.
Nope.
Is it Emperor Bulbrax?
Nope.
Empress?
Nope.
Should be.
Is it Fiery Bulbrax?
Nope.
That's
Yeah, I
yeah,
just-
Harry Bulwark?
Nope.
Oh, Bulbman.
Yeah.
Bulbman is correct.
I knew it.
Ah,
20 seconds for
I
Ghostly.
knew it.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm surprised the Bulbman's never come back.
No, not even a postman.
Yeah, no, well, we got kind of replaced with, like, Glow Pikmin and Pikmin 4, which is kind of awkward. Because it's, like, Glow Pikmin are the same vibe. But yeah, Bulbman should have made a comeback. I've liked them more than Glow Pikmin, so in my opinion.
Oh, Pikmin are just, they're very weird in the grand scheme of the Pikmin
Yeah, they're very much
pantheon.
like they're very much like we need this for plot reasons. If I'm gonna be real, like,
Yeah.
they don't give me like actually a Pikmin vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
no, I feel that.
In the same way that Bulbman.
Maybe
are,
the
like,
game itself is like, these are some weird Pikmin, huh?
You know, like, yeah, for real.
Is he just frozen forever?
Yeah, as long as the lake's frozen, he can't get unfrozen.
Oh man,
Right.
that's rough for him.
I know. Whoopsies. That's what we say to that, right? Knowing how, yeah, so basically, if a lake is frozen and an enemy is inside the lake, it will remain frozen for as long as the lake is frozen. Which means as long as you didn't use your entire Pikmin squad to freeze the lake, you can exploit that to basically just, like, auto-kill any enemy inside a lake for free. Which
Pro
is,
tip for you to use at home.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, this guy, oh my goodness, he died so fast.
It turns out that Rush and Spices are kind of broken. Bonk.
Just demolished.
Bonjour, my friend. Oh, sometimes it doesn't want to work though. Sometimes it wants to be cranky. If only we could use ices to. Oh wait, we can. Yeah, ices plus spicy equals like big problem.
Spiced ice.
Ice spice. Oh god, yeah, that's deep cut. By deep cut, I mean like a very popular artist right now. So, you know that. So.
Cut. All right. You got a question for us, May?
I could believe I do.
Okay. Go
What
on.
company was the recipient to the largest lawsuit settlement ever paid by a single company at $20 billion?
The recipient?
Yeah, so like
Who got served?
who got served the biggest
suit.
settlement?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
have-
BP, the oil company?
That's right.
That's exactly
20
right.
seconds
Yeah,
for Cap.
Wow.
I'm just like, you know, I mean, that's the only high profile, like, wow, this company really sucks, huh, case that I can remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stand by that.
The largest lawsuit ever served was to 4 tobacco companies in relation to smoking-based illnesses, totaling $206 billion.
Ooh.
Which-
Unsurprising.
Yeah. Yeah. The next highest was Volkswagen with their emissions.
The more you know. Oh, actually, I know.
Let's do this one. I like this one. What type of Pikmin is recommended for the most overworld areas by Pikmin 4? If you do like the auto recommend your team function.
Ice.
That's right.
Yeah. Ice is good.
Ice is good.
Seems
15
like
seconds for Cap.
Speaking of ice, except not speaking of ice, for those who do not want to be spoiled on the final boss is incoming right now. Just so you all know, it's happening.
Oh, boy.
20.
all right, time to go. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Zoop. As usual, it's our friend Louis. What a guy.
Whoa.
Not really. Shortcut. Lightning.
How are we going to take down Louis?
Well, he has a dog. And so we have to get the dog to kind of chill.
How is Louis still employed?
Honestly, he's like pretty resourceful and good at throwing Pikmin. I think that's according to Pikmin 2.
You think after Pikmin 2, they would be like, okay, well, no.
I mean, that's just up to the
I guess he
president.
did lie.
Really.
You're correct. You would think that. But
Well,
alas,
since it is a final boss, we do have to try to distract you as much as possible.
as you may.
Go.
Also,
Let's do... What business acquired the rights to both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit in 2022?
20th Century Fox.
Nope.
Was
Warner
it?
Brothers?
Wait, what's the question?
Film Studio. Ghostly.
What business acquired the rights to both The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit in 2022?
Disney.
No.
You're naming film studios, and that's curious.
Yeah, maybe
Because it's raw.
Yeah.
maybe not.
Is it Universal?
No.
No, it is not a film studio.
Yes.
How many health bars does this guy have?
A lot. And it makes you feel better. You did actually mess me up pretty bad. So there you go.
Haha!
If you know their former name, which I think is more popular than their current name, that'll count too.
I forgot they had a former name.
Yeah, I did not. I've never heard of this name, but I know the former one.
Really? I forgot that they had a former name.
Yeah.
Okay. Ochi's dead.
Can't be cured now.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, God. Not good.
This is a video game publisher.
Yeah.
They're based in Sweden, and their former name reflects that.
Yeah, I have no clue what that thing is.
Oh, I have to restart the entire boss fight.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't worry, Cap.
We got ya.
I'm like 4 sub-levels left.
What games did this company make?
Square Enix.
Nope.
That's
Okay, no,
Japanese.
because there's a former company that had a name that doesn't have a name anymore. That is a company that makes games, presumably.
It made such hits as such as The Blob.
Oh,
The Blob
good
2.
lord.
Well, okay, so DeBlob and DeBlob 2 were kind of were separate because the naming rights to their
Right.
original name were actually bought out. So that's confusing.
They have so many games. They've published a couple SpongeBob games, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Man.
They were famous for an incredible number of acquisitions,
Gosh.
like more than Microsoft.
Yeah, which makes it more embarrassing that I don't know. I'm just trying. I'm trying to think. Who are companies that are video game companies that are cool? And by cool, I mean potentially uncool if they're actually acquiring that much. Okay, so companies, video game companies. So it's not. Okay, companies that are good or bad, big. Let's see. I'm trying to even just like say it's not Square Enix. It's Capcom? Can't be Capcom. Can't be Capcom.
No.
Nope,
Probably not Capcom.
they're Japanese.
The Japanese. That was. They're Japanese. Japanese and they buy a lot of games.
They're not Japanese. They're Swedish.
Yeah.
Sweden
Yeah,
being
Capcom is
in,
I don't
Japanese, but I would
know
say.
what Swedish
Oh,
is.
Swedish.
Sweden being in the part of the world that is also called something else that might be in the developer's name, the publisher's name.
Is it? I got it. Something Valhalla, NordVPN. No.
Very kind of close actually.
This is a very large publisher in like the 2000s that went defunct. Then they bought the naming rights, and then attached a word to the end of it.
Oh, good lord. Gosh, I now realize maybe I don't know enough about video games as much as I should. But this is fine.
Well,
I think we'll call it real quick there.
yeah.
It is, their current name is the Embracer Group. They are formerly known as THQ Nordic. Or
Okay,
THQ.
THQ does actually sound familiar, but I actually might not have.
Yeah.
THQ was really, really big, and then they went out of business in like 2013.
It looks like, yeah. Yep.
Something like that. Yeah, because they just bought the trademark. Yeah, THQ went out in 2013. The toy headquarters.
Oh, the more you know. By the more you know, I mean the more I know.
Is there I mean, speaking of Lord of the Rings, is there anything happening soon related to them, May? Do you know?
There is. To celebrate Tolkien Week this week, we'll be having a Lord of the Rings special one-off this Saturday on the GDQ Hotfix, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Just a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings games. So if you're a Tolkien head, make sure you're here for that.
And at your local Buffalo Wild Wings, we'll have Lord of the Wings.
Is that true?
No, but that would be cool.
That would be cool.
By the way, with the final boss down,
I wanna do Lord of the Wings.
My time is going to be in a minute, just so you know. It
Gotcha.
takes about a minute between the actual boss being killed and time because of how all the menuing works. But we have cured Ochi, and I see Ghostly is not far behind me. So it's going to be a pretty close race, all things considered.
Yeah.
Which is all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Let's get a couple more questions here as we wrap up.
Let's do a couple easy TM ones.
What was the first Pikmin game to not introduce any new Pikmin types?
What's that question?
What was the first Pikmin game to not introduce any new Pikmin types, not including re-releases?
Is it a Pikmin?
That's
It
right.
is.
Yes.
10 seconds for Ghostly.
Yeah.
What?
I like always forget Hey Pikmin exists.
It's a game. that
My
came
time,
out.
by the way. Time for me. I finished.
All right.
Ochi's cured.
Congratulations.
We will keep going
I
until
got-
Ghostly wraps up. Can probably
Of course.
a couple more questions, huh?
You can
Yeah.
still get time even after the run's over. That's the Think Fast special, baby. The files for Pikmin 1 contain a nearly fully functional version of the game for what platform?
Sorry, you actually dipped out for me a little. Can you just repeat that just a little bit? What
The
is it on
files
what?
for the files for Pikmin 1 contain a nearly fully functional version of the game for what platform?
Is it
Nintendo
64?
No.
Nope. But it was originally a 64 game, so that checks out.
Atari 2600.
That'd be
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
I know.
Is it-
I'm just like, I'm
Is
ripping.
it Super Nintendo system?
No.
Oh.
PlayStation 2.
Nope.
I don't. They wouldn't. I just am trying to think of it. Virtual Boy.
It,
It's not a Nintendo system.
Not the Virtual Boy. Yeah.
is it PlayStation 1?
No.
No, I guess that. Unfortunately. Xbox.
Nope.
No. What even is? What's
Wow.
the game?
That was just-
wrong.
It was a current platform at the time of Pikmin's release.
Game Boy Advance.
No. That'd be interesting.
Absolutely not. No,
A Pikmin -1.
Is it...
Oh wait.
Is it
Wait,
Game
hey,
Boy?
wait.
It's
Hey,
not
Pikmin?
Game
Nope.
Boy. Nope. It's not related to Hey Pikmin.
It's Pikmin 1.
What other platforms were available for use back in the early 2000s?
Dreamcast?
No.
Dreamcast is a good one though. Actually, I was
Yeah.
thinking that's pretty good. PlayStation 1, but no,
Is it
absolutely
No.
not.
Xbox?
Because
No,
Nintendo
no.
wouldn't make it for that. This is why I'm like, just like, what the heck? Ah,
Damn, I have no idea.
Sega Saturn.
just played
No.
before.
Like, what the heck? Early 2000s.
You might be using one right now.
PC?
Yeah.
PC?
5 seconds for Cap.
PC
Wow.
port of Pikmin.
Yeah, and like it's just on the disc.
Seriously?
Interesting.
Ghostly also
I have-
finished, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
go.
well, congrats to both of you.
Yes, I think we might have to just watch the vine because I think Ghostly did.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We were too busy thinking about the questions to stop time. It's all good.
We'll get your final times tallied up as our producer goes through and figures out the exact end time. If you all have any shout outs you'd like to make while that happens.
I'm just gonna do the same shout outs that I always do, which is mostly like shout outs to the entire Pikmin speedrun community. We're a great group of people. We have activity in pretty much every single main console Pikmin game. So if you want to get into Pikmin 1, 2, 3 Deluxe, 4, we're active in all of them. They're all really fun to learn, easy to learn, and we're very welcoming. And you don't have to have literally any either Pikmin or speedrun experience to get started. So shout outs to that group of people. They're a great group of people. I'm friends with so many of them, and they're really awesome. So yeah, shout outs to them. That's usually what I think. And obviously, thank you to my GDQ hosts, Corvame and Swoos, and thanks for having Ghostly and I on. Thanks for inviting us here, and thanks for allowing Pikmin to once again grace the GDQ channel. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being on.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we were able to get this game on. I like this game a lot, and I'm glad that both of you were here to show it off for us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're glad
And,
to showcase our race.
Yeah,
So we got to do some Pikmin math, and isn't that what life's really all about?
Oh.
Debatable.
All right, I have your final times here.
Okay.
Ghostly, you got 2 hours, 35 seconds, and
35 minutes.
Nope, 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 7 seconds. And Cap, you got 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 36 seconds. So congratulations on the Think Fast Pikmin 4 Cure Ochi world record. It's a world record specifically for Think Fast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Great. I will.
So
I will cherish this forever.
Yeah.
For
Before
sure.
we get out, we do have a couple more announcements.
Of course we do. If you missed out on any of our other Hotfix shows or past events like Flame Fatales, be sure to check out the VODs at youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. Your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content. We talked about this like 5 minutes ago, but tune in this Saturday for a Hobbit Day special, where we will be showcasing Lord of the Rings speedruns all day, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And finally, tune in tomorrow, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, for Do All the Things, Challenger Approaching, and Legally Cute.
At the end of the day, we just want to leave you with one simple message, and that is don't
Think.
forget to think.